Yo, 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 yo. You back. That like button. My nose been acting crazy all day. I ain't waking no cold, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Share the live. Yo, you guys start hitting that hype button too, man. I don't know how it work on lives, but I think you gotta wait till the video fully upload or something. I don't know. I don't know how this shit work, man. But yeah, we got Max B home, man. Free Max B, man. Max B free, man. Got Max B home. We still ain't go through that Tony Allen arrest video. Meant to do that shit like the day before yesterday. There's a lot going on the internet. I'm officially unfollowing all Blueface and Krishan Rock posts. I don't give a fuck who posts them. It could be a Baltimore page, a DMV page, Hollywood. I'm unfollowing all that shit. I'm about sick of that goddamn fucking love story. You know what I mean? And I'm unfollowing everybody that posts 6ix9ine. Bro, sick of his ass too. I'm ready to start trimming some fat on social media, man. Straight up, yo. Like, it's getting out of control, yo. The amount of fuckery that they giving us is crazy. Charleston White still talking nonsense. I'm not ready to turn this ass out. 6ix9ine speaking on street issues. And what it is. What they say? Yo, 6ix9ine can't speak on dirt, man. Like that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, yo, it used to be a time when, you couldn't even speak on certain people if you wasn't of that, of that ilk, on that level. Like, what the fuck? How can 6ix9ine speak on dirt? 6ix9ine, yeah, certified cornball, certified rat. How in the fuck can he speak on dirt about anything? And people watch it and listen to it. Like, that's why I be telling you. He in what town? He in our town? He in Baltimore? You in DBT? Where you at? You in Baltimore, ain't you? What town Charleston White in? K and M? Yeah, straight up. Oh, DJ Band said something. What the fuck is he in town doing? Yo, people supporting that nigga. People going to that man comedy show. That's crazy. Motherfucker supporting anything. Yeah, how is he even able to do that? That's why I be calling him a plant. Like, certain things that Charleston White has done, it's not normal. You understand? The man came out dissing motherfuckers. Well, he came out in support of Corvette kid. He came out in support of dissing the Corvette kid. And then transitioned that almost immediately into comedy. Yo, that's not normal, yo. If that was normal, it'd be way more people that can do it that fast. You understand? That's why I be saying here playing the agent. Not even opposite the agenda and the bullshit he pushed. Just the way his come up is questionable. Like, he never insinuated comedy. You understand? So how did he transition into comedy so fast? Like, he came out as an activist. You feel me? That man came out as an activist and somehow took that shit and turned it into comedy in less than a year. That shit not normal, man. Linked up with one of the biggest booking agencies, Live Nation. Like, he ain't even go through the motherfucking chillin' circuit. You heard me? It's time to work. What you talking about, man? Now we talk about him the other day. Why I get a haircut, yo? Elaborate, man. Right. That's what I'm saying, Ken. It don't make sense. He came out as an activist. And now he's a motherfucking what the fuck he is now? Yeah, they say this is a fake story too. That Diddy got caught drinking homemade alcohol in prison. They say that shit not real. I was watching some shit earlier. Where I want to show y'all something too. Using your 20s. God damn. The fuck did I just come over here for? I want to show y'all something. What the fuck is this? I ain't never watched this. Shit. Man, can't have trouble watching. They must have took that bitch down. Yeah, Culture Vulture. Oh, yeah, I was talking about Charles somebody goofy ass. Yeah, Culture Vulture, man. How he go from activist to motherfucking to comedic genius in a year's time? And how the fuck did that happen? I forgot what I wanted to go to, y'all. Damn. Oh, Vlad TV. I think Vlad TV responded to Joyner Lucas. Nah. Where the fuck that shit at? Fuck that shit. Oh, come on, real. You don't know about no motherfucking Max B. Yo, Max B not ready to do nothing slick, yo. That's the thing about it. He wasn't big enough. He wasn't big enough when he went in. Now I like Max B, but he ain't ready to come home and sell no motherfucking records. A nigga better be a podcaster or something. You feel me? That nigga better do some motherfucking podcasting. Cause they ain't ready to come home and sell no records. Where's the whole video? Oh, all right. This the arrest video of Tony Allen. Now, Tony Allen got falsely charged, man. Somebody, dude tried to take the case, and they still charge his ass, slandered his image, hit him with possession of narcotics, cocaine and shit.
So you won't be over there on that side if you don't mind. You care for me to talk like this? If not.
Here we go. Man, my fucking nose is tripping since yesterday.
Can I open the door? We're on the interstate, man. I don't really want to be over there on that side if you don't mind. You care for me to talk like this? If not, I can roll the back window down and I'll talk through that one. That's fine. I got you. Deputy Howard, Poinsett County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is when you come around that corner, you got in that lane to get away from that vehicle on the side of the road, you didn't use your blinker. You did use it when you got back in the right. We didn't see it when you got in the left lane. We did see it when you got back in the right lane. You got your driver's license? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Proof of insurance and registration?
Chilly on this bitch.
So you got an idea on you?
No, I'm Tony Allen from the Memphis Bridge.
Are you?
Yeah.
I got you.
How y'all doing today?
Good, how are you? Where I headed?
You got the Infinite Interior?
Infinite Interior?
For Arkansas, for the Prime Local Group podcast?
I got you. Headed to a podcast. I got you.
So there's my insurance, sir?
Alrighty. Give me just a second, I'll be right back with you.
They caught my man hitting to a podcast.
Dude's
Knocked
claiming to
him
be with
out.
Memphis Grizzlies. Tony Allen.
Allen?
Yeah.
Tony Allen have ID?
No, he don't.
He doesn't.
No, he just said he's with the Memphis Grizzlies. What was that podcast name again?
Prime Global Group podcast.
Prime Global Group?
Yes, sir. Courtside on TikTok Superstar, the course for Memphis Grizzlies podcast. Or the Courtside with Memphis Grizzlies. He's got a podcast now.
Okay.
He teaches financial literacy to athletes while he has a vertical integrated system. He does real estate, so he also owns a cabinet company that builds into it. He owns the window service, he owns the floor company. He owns all of it. Basically, his slogan for trees and things, man. We put land, we put the house, cabinets in, put the windows, we put the families in there, we put it all into the structure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had this.
I guess.
Check it out, man. And so we had Trey Drucker drop the Thomas Park style. Now we got Tony Allen, he's up for that to drop one day, 6 a.m. And then we had Ron Johnson, who was a gentleman that Pennsylvania, who's the best in the problem. We got David Hamilton, who's also the CEO of the problem. Big Memphis Grizzlies guy on the court side. You see him pretty much on every ESPN clip they have from Memphis Grizzlies right now. So that's great to me.
So y'all smoked in here today?
Not today.
Not today. When's the last time y'all smoked in here?
Last night.
Last night. Y'all got a card? Yeah.
Sir, I'm from Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Do you have a card? Okay. Is there any weed in the car? Honesty goes a long way.
I have my grinder to have some in it. I don't know.
I got you. We can work with that. I'm gonna have both y'all step out. Watch that traffic though, okay? I'm gonna have both y'all step out. Watch that traffic over there, okay?
Yo, why is,
Yeah, well, I said, Tony Allen, bro.
yo, see, this is what I don't understand, man. You riding dirty, right? Did they find weed in this traffic stop? I think they did find weed. I think Tony Allen confessed to the weed. But my thing is, yo, when you riding dirty, yo, you shouldn't be smoking no weed, man. Like, yo, y'all would have thought in 2025, right? That would be like common sense. You know, in 2025, you should not be riding dirty and smoking weed. You just, I mean, like, why would you do it? Like, how many more instances do you need of motherfuckers getting pulled over? They said they used to lie back in the day. They probably still do lie. But motherfucker getting pulled over, saying they smell weed, and now they searching your car. Hey, shut your ass up. God damn it. Not playing with you today, man. Like, y'all been stopped doing that. And I don't even smoke weed. But I've been stopped. If I'm riding dirty, yo, you can't smoke in my car, bro. So even if they do try to pull a move to say, you know, yeah, we smell weed, yo, once they search your car, lock you up, find no weed, yo, you gonna beat that shit in court, yo. Unlawful search. Niggas lie. Ain't no weed in here. No, it greatest your chances of beating it. But when you riding dirty and smoking weed, yo, like it's just stupidity. Now I don't think Tony Allen was aware of anything that was in his car. So that was up to the driver to let him know, like, yo, look, boy, I'm riding dirty. Don't you know what I mean? We ain't doing no smoking today. Not right now, anyway.
No, I thought you knew.
I don't really watch basketball. I'm gonna be real with you. No disrespect. You sit back here. Nothing on your person, nothing like that. Okay. If you put your hands on your what is it?
Is everything on my person?
All right. You ain't got nothing. You okay? Just water.
You got a hold.
Okay, free promo for somebody.
Just hang out right here for a second. Why you got a card?
Oh my God. That's how you drive out? Damn, man. Damn, bro. Oh.
Sheriff's Office 413 status.
We're 10-4.
sped up. Charlie, what's up, baby?
Trey, you check this out? No. Hit the lock. John.
What you on the ground for? Did they find a lot of coke in this? Or just a little bit? I just found a little bit of coke.
Be careful. It's coming out.
I just found a little bit of coke. No, all right. I thought they found like a couple ounces or something.
All right, hold on. Too much going on.
Why the fuck would you have the coke back there? What the fuck type of yo a dirt ball for real? Hey yo, you gotta stay out of people like this car, yo. Yo, why the fuck would he have the coke in the back passenger seat? Like the fuck, yo, he dirty. He supposed to beat his ass up. He should have slapped him, yo, once they got locked up and got took to wherever they was going. Cause that is bullshit. So that means that you don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean, you don't want. That's like whenever I ride dirty and I got passengers, you know, used to. You know what I mean, whenever I used to ride dirty and got passengers, like from, you know, riding dirty, whatever I got is gonna be on me, man. You feel me? I'm not stashing nothing in no car to where as though when shit go left, we all go down. I don't operate like that. I don't operate like that. And you got a lot of people cars that move this way, man. Like a while is the coat in the back passenger seat. You know what I mean? So what if it was somebody sitting back there? That should be on them. You hear me? If they had back passengers, you know, people sitting in the back seat, it would have been hard as shit for yo to get from up under that case if yo ain't take accountability for it. Because he the closest thing to it. You know, possession. What they say, possession 9/10 for the law. He was the closest person to this. If it was somebody right here, he'd have been closest person to these drugs. And it'd have been hard for him to convince the judge or jury that shit wasn't his. Even with the car not being his.
This dude just got in his freaking car, bro. Come back here and help me detain one of them. Yeah. Come here, man. Look. So this doesn't mean you're going.
So that's how Tony Allen got booked for it. That's how he got booked for it. The bitch was behind his seat. You know what I mean? Yo fucked up for that. But I think he took accountability for it though.
I want to jail or anything like that, but I'm gonna place you in cuffs, detain you at this time, okay? Go ahead, put your hands behind your back, man. Yes, sir, we do. Right now you're good.
I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm saying,
You're not being disrespectful.
like I promise you, I ain't no harm. I ain't no threat. I ain't no support.
That's still. You do this all day, every day, dude.
Honestly, that ain't that was nothing to do. I'm just saying. All I was doing.
Does that appeal? Yeah, that'll be mine. It's a hydrocodone on the prescription.
You do?
Yo got everything in the back seat. God damn.
The other thing I have to
I got you. You got something to put this on or in or put it back where you found it just till we get done?
They ain't find nothing in the driver's seat so
I
far.
think we just found some cocaine, bro.
Yep.
100%. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is.
Another piece of paraphernalia.
Yeah. What's this green thing up here? You seen the paraphernalia on it, though? No. I didn't think that's why I put it back. Which one is it? This one?
Both of them, bro.
Both of them?
Oh my God, bro. Man,
That's as loose as I can get that one. Come here.
Tell me, bro. Tell me, folks. Let me know, bro. They don't got nothing to do with me, bro. No. Hey, tell them what's going on, bro. You ain't thinking about the road.
Hang on, partner.
Tell them what's going on, bro. Like, for real. Tell them what
Honestly, I don't.
bro.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
Hang on.
How you ain't saying nothing?
There, that's best I can do.
Oh, man, this ain't man. They came to pick me up.
I got you.
I smoke weed, that's it, bro. All the other shit you got going, bro, ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Oh, God. I can change the text message.
Hey, turn that. Tell her like a motherfucker. Don't say, man, look, they can't pick me up to a podcast. Who the fuck sent you that ride, man? Don't tell me they did Tony Allen like they did Honeycomb Brazy. You hear me? Who the fuck booked you that ride, man? Got the man coming through with cocaine and perks in the motherfucking back seat. That nigga say, man, fuck that. You trying to get my butt to that shit by any means necessary. You hear me? Man, look, man, you better tell these boys, man, this shit got nothing to do with me. They told that you supposed to say that shit for the motherfucking courthouse.
Sign stuff. Autograph stuff. Then sign, autograph, any art. That's all I do. I did all I can do.
Put in that second pair of notes. Like I said, these ain't, why ain't on shit?
That's all I got.
They ain't even search that car good
You
either.
be leaving the house without your wallet?
Yeah, bro.
If I'd have stashed some shit, with that search right there, if I'd have stashed some shit, they'd have never found it. Like, that was a bogus ass search. Man, Baltimore City police would have ripped your seats out. They'd have probably ripped the whole ignition out that bitch. You heard me?
Think what was going on? All this extra shit, I don't even know. I'm mad. I should have just got an Uber, bro. Man, y'all bogus, bro. Y'all should have me, bro. Should have never came to motherfucking got me. I got too much to
Calm down,
fucking do, man.
Calm down.
No, this is my life, man. Bro, don't play around. Got nothing to do with that. Smoke weed and shit. Man, I'm bogus. Bro, don't ever come to me. Man, y'all bogus.
Yeah.
Y'all
We're
bogus.
gonna go back here, okay?
Why would you?
Come on, Tony.
Why? Bro, y'all told you. Why, bro? I swear to God, I got too much to lose,
Come on,
bro.
man.
He did all that,
We're
bro.
gonna
I don't
figure it out.
know what he did, bro.
That nigga telling like a motherfucker, boy. So that could be that nigga told that could be no passenger in my car. Fuck out of here, Tony. Your bitch ass. I mean, I understand a bit, man. I'm just joking for real, but come on now. I thought Tony Allen was in the gang or something. When he throwing up gang signs in the NBA, or that's somebody else?
Stuff like that, bro. Why, bro? Got nothing to do with that smoke weed. Yeah, that's it, bro. I don't got nothing to do with all that extra ass shit he threw, man. Listen. Damn, bro. I would. Hey, you see? Hey, man, can you wipe my nose, bro? My nose. Can I at least wipe my nose, bro? Goddamn.
I'll wipe you.
Goddamn, bro. Please, thank you, bro. And I just had. Man, I literally could have stayed at home, bro. Oh my God, bro, this is, man, I can't. Bro, I swear I'm a community guy, bro. This ain't me, bro.
Here, go ahead and sit down.
You hear me though? I'm a community guy, bro. I'm not, I can't fit in here, bro. I'm 6'5", bro. I can't fit in that, bro. I'm 6'5", I can't fit in there. I'm not even on that, though, sir. Y'all treat me like I'm really
Look,
not.
the only reason we got on that, what you're calling on that, is because you started getting mad, frustrated.
Because I'm looking at this like, bro, I don't be in this situation. I could have stayed at home, bro. I was at home. They came and got me on that, bro.
I understand that, but we're going to need you to bring it down a little bit.
What podcast was he headed to, man? What podcast was he headed to? That's what we need to find out. Who put my man Tony Allen in the trick bag like this, man? Dirty motherfuckers. They sent the motherfucking fiend to pick you up. They sent the cokehead. God damn, you gotta run a better ship than that, man. You gotta run a tighter ship. Whoever podcast he was going on.
I walk back home, bro. I don't even know this man, bro. I literally met him one time, bro. They taking me for a podcast, bro. I smoke my weed, that's it, bro. I don't got, man, I work for somebody, bro. I can't be on
Yeah, that's what they did, Cam. Now listen to Riddle Rock game.
All the way real, bro. I can't be no realer than this, bro. I'm just telling y'all, bro. Y'all don't get no, I'm a huge figure in this world, bro. That's bogus of how they transport me from this part to the podcast, bro. I got podcast footage I shoot with them, bro. But this the transport
transportation, they being cheap, bro. They probably got me a black car, bro. And I didn't want to let them down, so I jumped in the car with this motherfucker, man. Man, it's blowing me, bro. I'm man. Man, we getting booked?
No.
Man,
Definitely getting booked.
Man, he got all that's his, bro.
Listen, hold on.
Damn.
That's how we work. We gotta work something out, bro.
That nigga said, yo just came out with it, man. Look, all that shit is, man. I testify, a couple of court, I raise my right hand, I get on the stand. Hey, get me the fuck out this shit. God damn.
That's all he is, bro. If like I can't, this ain't me, bro. Bro, this ain't me, bro. This ain't me, bro. I ain't going nowhere, bro. This, bro. I'm Tony Allen, bro. I'm not trying to run on you.
I got you. I don't feel like you're trying to run on me.
I ain't trying to do none of that extra ass shit y'all because y'all life ain't in jeopardy with me, bro. I'm just a regular basketball player, bro. I'm in the community.
You ain't got one?
Bro, are you serious?
All right, so look, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you by the or at the government's expense.
Man, this is so wrong, bro.
If you start answering questions now, you can stop at any time and ask for a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I basically has?
Yes.
Are you willing to answer any questions?
Yeah, I can answer, but I ain't getting that, bro.
Look, we're gonna let him ask the questions. I just want to read you your rights.
All right, I ain't
knock that out. Get that out of the way.
I promise you, bro. I ain't no harm.
I understand that, but look, like you said, you're 6'5". I'm 5'7". No, that ain't even what I'm talking about, Tony. You good? You can spin around. Hey, look.
Why would they want to hurt my career, bro? Bro, I'm just asking y'all. If there would be understanding my situation, that's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that's all I'm asking.
What? Explain to me. Did you see us sitting on the side of the road back there?
I ain't never saw nobody, bro. I was just focusing on getting that.
Did he say anything to you? Standing up there.
What?
When he passed us, did he act different?
He just
Say
said,
anything?
no, he just said the police is white police. I said, shit, I don't know. I was in my phone the whole time. I never ever. I ain't going to a podcast. Yeah. They gonna tell you the same thing, bro. But all that other shit, that's crazy, man. That man can't pick you up. I don't want to do a podcast, bro. Say what's up, bro. Say what's up, bro. Come on, bro. Me for real? Like, bro, I'm looking at you right here. You think I'm on some bullshit?
No, I don't.
All right. Man, I don't know what he got going, man. And you see, man, look what I'm in, bro.
I know.
I'm in real uniform. This is my uniform.
You still work with the team?
All good, bro.
Are you? So you still on the team? Like,
no, bro. I work for the team.
Oh, you work for the team.
So that's what I'm saying.
I got
It ain't really.
1047, hurricane status.
Typical.
You know one thing. I don't know. Poisonate County. I think in Texas somewhere. I don't know. You know one thing. You don't commit no crimes with his ass. Where the fuck that shit at?
Now I'm coming to talk about financial literacy. Being vertically integrated, bro. I'm trying to show us entrepreneur shit, bro. Building our distressed properties and low bank and like just property communities and uplifting them. Like this ain't. Oh,
Yeah, he in Arkansas.
Oh my God, why, man? Man, I hope you know why. There ain't no shit, bro. I'm just.
I know you've been back here. Got to get loud and stuff, and I understand, okay? But I want to have a man-to-man conversation. That's how I want to do it, all right? Where do you again, please? Just give me a rundown.
I'm going to a podcast. Charles made it. I'm in an investment group. I'm on an investment group. I'm doing a podcast. Like I just told him, man. I'm trying to teach people.
Who the fuck is Charles M?
When I say vertically, we have our own trucks, we have our own hardware store, and we can go just about anywhere. And that's what I'm coming to do. I'm coming to podcast. And cheap. And chose him to come pick me up the last
Nah,
time.
man, what it is?
This time, it's supposed to be a better trip. Bro, That's just what it is, bro. I was at home, bro.
I'm just talking about, I say, well, why y'all was together. Right now, I want to get a little bit deeper, so I'm going to read your roster, okay? Okay? Listen to me. You have to run my side. Anything you say, then we'll be using against you.
I already read him his rights.
Decide to answer any questions. Al, without an attorney present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions anytime you talk to the attorney. You understand that?
Yep.
Okay. So, a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of personality.
Yeah, that's all I got for me to just smoke while I'm out here. And I was no, I didn't know the actual guidelines.
But do you have a
Card. That's what I didn't know. I didn't understand that. And then I realized what the issue was, but then I honestly was going to.
Are you a heavy user of marijuana?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Now,
I never been smoking anything in my life, so never ever. I ain't
Yeah, see, I told you, yo. Ben, so that shit was in the back of his seat. You know, he was the closest person to it. That's why yo was fucked up. Yo probably put that bitch right in the back of his seat before he picked him up. Like, do that shit right in the back seat. Let me pick you up, toss this back there. Yo, Dal bad for that, man. He a bitch for that, for real.
never will. That ain't part of my DNA. And
you know where it come from?
everything that was in that car, that's his hobby. And I honestly don't have no other issue. Going to the podcast, that's simple as it could get. I don't got no, like I say, I'm in uniform. That's what I wear too. I'm employed. They simply trying to pick me up and take me to the podcast. That's why I don't have an ID. That's why I have none of it. I literally came over here with the podcast. And y'all found all this shit. And y'all found whatever. So that's what it is. I understand. I honestly, I got an ID, bro. I got everything, bro. I'm from, bro. I swear, like, I ain't trying to be like heavy or nothing. Or I ain't trying to like say like I'm big and above, bro. But I'm actually going on the phone and Google it and everything. Ain't gonna holler at me and let them know who I am or trap someone or look at me. Like that's normal. Like what's normal? Man, that's normal. So I thought that was what's up, bro. But this shouldn't have never happened. It is what it is. I'm obviously I call myself.
You don't want to step down here. You step down here. I didn't run up on you. You stepped towards me. You stepped down.
Like I'm finna run or something. I'm finna do something stupid.
To be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep up with you. You're 6'5". I'm 5'7".
No, the driver right here had coke and a perk in the car. But the problem is he had the bitch in Tony Allen's seat, the back part of the seat. I mean, so since Tony Allen's the closest to the drugs, then the drugs is his. You know, that's how that shit works. He should have had that, and it wasn't even enough. Like, it ain't like he had ounces. He could have had that shit in his pocket. You'll put the bitch in the back seat.
You got long legs. I do not. I don't think you're gonna run. You had to step closer to me.
Right, the back pocket of the passenger seat. The back passenger.
It should have been in black car, bro.
Is the car color just a preference for you? Is the car color just a preference for you?
No, I mean, just it should have been more professional.
Oh, I got you.
Like, what y'all doing on a car like that? Y'all see y'all know why y'all pulled us
That's a
over.
decent car.
Whatever y'all pulled us over
I don't know what you're used to though. Probably more high end stuff. That's a decent car to me.
No, it's interesting, bro. I pray I can get out of
Tony Allen be alright though, man. His case probably dropped already.
I truly.
I'm telling you, did. That case probably already tossed, man.
Fucking podcast, bro. I got shit going on. Tags and a lot of shit, bro.
No, he ain't know yo.
Oh my God, it's not a.
So what happened was he didn't know him. Tony Allen was on his way to a podcast. Similar to what happened with Honeycomb Brazy. where these people booked him a ride, and the ride was janky. You know, it was a janky ride. Shorty got coke in the car. But he ain't just have it in the car. He had it in the he had it to where as though if he was to get pulled over, it won't be linked directly to him. It'd be linked to his passengers. You know, that's the issue. Like if he'd had that bitch in his pocket, Tony Allen would have been good. But he had that bitch in the back pocket of the passenger seat. And Tony Allen is the only passenger. So how the law works is closest to you, it's yours. I mean, it's yours.
4713 status.
Man, I don't even know this. Man, I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know his name. I swear to God, I just realized that. I don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? I literally just got a ride. He got pulled over. Man, boy.
Yeah, he been telling the whole time. Don't get me wrong. He ain't waste no time telling. We 26 minutes in. He started telling at like minute 6. Yeah, man. You know, he took him 6 minutes to tell it all. You feel me? He might have pulled. He might have broke 6'9" record. I'm gonna give him a goddamn bug. Talk about a bug.
Never ever come get me, bro. Never ever come get me, bro. Man.
Was you being paid to be on the podcast, or you was just like?
I was just doing them a solid. Like,
I got you. Trying to help them out.
Man, I'm going to jail, bro. Do you hear the reality of that thing? You gotta watch him.
Yeah, he is, JB.
Go. I'm
Why would I even attempt that?
We ain't run the table, man. Probably use one more game.
Then they're talking cash money to me.
18.
I wouldn't want to be around either. That's what he said. You look like you about to beat my 8. I was like, dude, come on now. How you doing? Seen better days.
Have an alarm at the Willie Farm. 36320 Highway 308. 36320 Highway 308. Calling on the alarm company. Advise they made contact with the subject there that was able to.
That was a horrible search, man. I ain't gonna lie. They wouldn't have found shit in my car.
Know that we're okay. Okay, so that's only the other that's person.
Pull it down a little more.
No, you have one hand. There you go.
So where do you live? You live in Memphis? And the podcast is in. When's the last time you went to Jonesboro?
Every single day.
Where do you get off the interstate at? Get into Jonesboro, where do you exit off at? Caraway. If he gets off at Caraway,
No, it was numbers.
but if he's been in Jonesboro every day this week, exits on Caraway, is not gonna pick him up on Flock. No. I guess I could ask you. Is that Logan? It's alright. It's not like yeah. He did that. Somebody asked me, like, it was like a few days in. He was like, how you like detail? I said, it's alright. He said, you look like patrol?
Cigarette?
No. Didn't he already have one?
Yeah, I got the nervous.
never said you were.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I got you.
pain feels in the week, bro. Still trying to figure out how to get it.
No, in the little cubby thing in the back seat, that little sleeve. Yeah, like you just reach back there, and then it had that little thing on the back there. Yeah. Hang on.
What's right here?
See where Skaggs is at? Ray is here. Ray's one going to that call.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Skaggs should be on the side there. Skaggs or Lance. Say who's on the east side.
Before they get anybody over here on the east side, 555.
Who's in the Durango? Canine Durango.
Lance, did he go by?
Yeah, they were in front of me.
It's
Hey, come on, bro. Come on, man.
Huh?
Come on, man. Man, can't talk to the sheriff, bro.
Sure.
Can't talk to bro.
Talking about gentleman up there?
Yeah.
It's a captain.
Can't talk to the captain.
Yeah, he'll talk to you in a second.
you could let the man talk to the captain, man.
This ain't happening to me, bro. This ain't happening to me, bro. What we doing, bro? Honestly, y'all, man. Bro, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, like it's life over. Yeah, like, I think like you got caught a brick of motherfucking fentanyl or something. Like, come on, you be all right, man. I mean, I get it. It's an inconvenience, but come on, bro. Yeah, like he got caught with a brick and a joint in that bitch and 400,000 cash. Hey, god damn, short. It ain't that bad, shorty. You know what I mean? This case probably already dropped, yo. The Bears pulled that game out.
I'm getting charged.
We're going to go with Jose County Jail. Yes, sir.
For what?
Possession of cocaine, possession of
I didn't have no possession of cocaine. That's not. That's
easy.
sir. I'm asking you, sir. Can we talk? Can we have a conversation?
Yep, we'll talk when we get up to the jail, okay? I promise you that.
Sir, I don't do no cocaine, sir. I'm not in possession. This is just a ride for me, sir. I promise to God, sir. On all 5 of my kids. I wish I wouldn't have never got in the car, sir. I ain't have to come to no podcast. I could have stayed at home. Yeah, I smoke weed. That's it, sir. Ain't none of that stuff, man, sir. This gonna hurt my image, sir. I don't have nothing to do with that, sir. I'm truly honest, sir.
And I'm going to have an honest conversation with you when we get up there. I'm going to talk to both of you, okay?
Man, please, sir. This none of this stuff is that. It's not my stuff, man. You know, this is my image, bro. Like, for real. These cuffs hurt too.
At least he care about his image, y'all. A lot of these motherfuckers. I mean, one thing I can say, at least he do care about his image. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their image at all. Like, they worry about the money. As long as they get money, they'll let their image be tarnished. So, man, salute to my man, Tony Allen, man, for still caring about image, man. Image matters, man. At least he used to, anyway.
Hang on, no, you're fine. I was just trying to get him to pull that out.
Go ahead. Just wait.
All right. To the point, hey. I was gonna get after one just a second ago. Oh, buddy, mine was calling me. Oh, that's weird. I ain't going to talk about that. Answer's call. Who do you got?
Yeah, AT&T.
And you don't get service right here?
No,
I don't get service on the floodways, but
Floodway till right up there on the side of that.
for real? You ain't got first net?
It's done. Yep.
You do? That's not trash anyway.
Yep. Yep.
It's trash too.
They beat the Giants.
Yeah. There's a hydro Alejandro in there. He said he's got a script for it.
Oh, it's so good. So is all this yours?
No, some of it's Tony's.
Wallet and the pack of cigarettes yours. Okay. Is this all Tony's?
What's up, Supreme?
Are you gonna throw it? You want somebody to come get it? You might want to start a truck, dog. Does he want to leave us? Oh, I'm about to cut the car off.
That nigga smoking crack too. Ricky Ricks. Yo, for one, y'all, he should have never even got in a car that looked like this. I mean, once he see the conditions of the inside of the car, he pulled up and like, man, y'all gotta submit a ride, man. Straight up, y'all ain't getting in that motherfucker. Ain't no telling what's in there. He can have bugs. Mice can pop out of that bitch at any given moment. He should even got in there. You heard me. But she might got bed bugs in that bitch.
Did you find it?
Yeah, somebody. Oh, no. I did that one day on the traffic stop. I was standing in it and something started biting my leg. How much coke we got?
Look at him. He happy as a bitch. How much coke he got? He's like he want to take a sniff. Fucking bitch. He heard him. How much coke we got? You know, might get a bonus. You know, I can take pictures of him and put it on the news. I can't stand the police, right? It must have skipped the part.
Oh, you might better get his charger. He wants his charger.
That black thing?
Yeah.
That grinder is yours? It is.
Everybody's real honest.
Cocaine? It's yours. Not a lot. Is this yours? It's Tony's. It's in the zinc lamps. Yeah.
You already know. They ready to party tonight. Tell that boy ready to party. They be high as shit on shift. We must have skipped the part.
It's alright. I smell like it.
Because it was a part where he took accountability for the drugs. I seen that shit on the clip.
So where do you live?
Here you go.
Able to get what kind of code showing entry exit motion.
Not right now.
Just trying to let them know that we're looking at
Huh?
okay, so that's all he goes. That's how it's person.
Yeah. You pull it down a little more?
No, you go for the front. There you go.
Yeah, so he said everything was his, man.
So where do you live? You live in Memphis? And the podcast is in... When's the last time you went to Jonesboro?
Every single day.
Where do you get off the interstate at? Get into Jonesboro, where do you exit off at?
I don't know. This whole
I'm just saying, like,
the whole collecting the evidence was crazy.
if he gets off at Caraway,
Number.
Yeah, so he said Tony Allen ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Everything is his, man.
seen better days.
Have an alarm at the Willie Farm, 36320 Highway 308. 36320 Highway 308. Probably like a alarm company showing Entry exit motion.
Not right now.
Just trying to let them know that we're not going to.
10-4,
Okay, so Tony goes. Got nothing to do with anything.
Just let Tony go. He's got nothing to do with anything else.
That's how it's personal.
Except for personal use of the weed. Not using his lane, not using his blankers. Not using his blankers. They say they smell weed in the car. You know, that's always an open invitation. So they smelled weed in the car, made them both get out. Tony Allen started telling immediately. And man, he ain't waste no time. He really. Yeah, but Max B free, man. Shoot the motherfucking Max B, man.
Go, buddy. Go. You can't get too close.
Motherfucking wave guard, man. I'm sure they did about 20. Man, you about it for a long ass time. Come on, y'all, with the fucking music, man. Let me find one that ain't got no fucking music.
Back together.
They finally did it.
That's good. Fresh Montana stuck it out with him. Fresh Montana, man.
Y'all niggas ain't believe that way? Y'all niggas ain't believe? Fuck all you niggas be. You niggas ain't believe?
Yeah, see the Fresh Montana, man. Man, got the Dior. Went to the motherfucking Jets game. Did the Jets win? Or did they lose?
Feeling good.
I'm grateful.
Okay.
Thankful.
Love that.
It's good.
Okay, Max, you give anybody a styling tip? What would it be?
Listen, man, just be yourself. Get what you can afford.
Yeah, I don't think he, you know, I don't think he really gonna be able to do too much musically, man. You know, he might get a couple interviews. You know, he should be able to make a nice life for himself. But it seemed like yo, to go to jail and do any prison bit, yo, that shit is almost like a career killer. Unless you somebody like NBA YoungBoy or Dirk, or you know, you gotta be like a major artist. You know what I mean? Like Max B never really was a major. Like he had the streets fuck with him, but Young Thug couldn't even do it. Like, yo, did y'all see the numbers on his last album? That shit was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, yo, you gotta be a special. Yo, that shit really kills careers, man. So the Jets. All right, so they did one. Going to jail, especially for as long as he went to jail, that shit is a career killer. You know what I mean? Now, fucking with French, you know, I don't know how much money he trying to invest in Tone. You know, get him some good features. You know, I don't know. But I think Max B alone by himself, he ain't really gonna be able to do too much musically. And I like Max B. You know what I mean? Fucks for sure.
Be yourself and wear what you wear. If it look good on you, own it.
Okay.
Right?
We love that.
Yeah.
When you build your fits, what you start with?
Listen, man, I start with the drawers. I need Egyptian cotton. I got polo Egyptian cotton on up under here. I need Egyptian cotton. I start with the drawers.
Okay,
Then I do the socks.
Okay, okay.
Then I do the tee. And then work my way around.
We love that. We love that. We love that. Yes, sir. What's your favorite movie? Feeling good.
I know
Feeling
what it
good.
is. I'm grateful.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a lot going
Is there
on.
any new artists?
Yo, what fucked this career up was Jim Jones. That's why his beef with Jim Jones. Yo, Jim Jones signed. See, I don't know how many people remember that time. But yo, Max B got arrested. Not for the home invasion shit, but he got arrested for something else. And Jim Jones bailed him out and tried to do him like Suge Knight did Pop on like a 10-album deal. You feel me? Like, that was the condition of his bail, yo. You gotta give me 10 albums. So what Max B did was, once he got out, he started putting out mixtapes. He ain't dropped not one album. He dropped all mixtapes. He was dissing Jim Jones on every single one of the bitches. You feel me? And then that's when he caught the other case. Jim Jones really put him in a fucked up situation for real, but you got that robbery was stupid.
Anybody out there you want to work with?
Listen, anybody that can keep up with the boss dog. Anybody that's an A-lister.
Okay.
Anybody that got a sack. Balls. Look me up, I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you wavy. If you got a catalog and it don't got no boss dog in it, you're now cypher. What you want?
And let the people know your zodiac sign.
I'm a Gemini.
Big Gemini. You see the
Nah,
There's
nope.
two of me.
No, the mixtapes ain't count. That's why he did that shit that way.
Yeah, welcome home, Max. All right, yes, sir. Is there any new artists
Now look,
out there you want to work with?
so the last couple of days, y'all, we've been talking about Javante Davis and how Jake Paul tried to run this narrative on him, basically saying that he canceled the fight because of the domestic issues, and we all know that's a lie. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we watched one of them press conferences, but we ain't watched the right one. It's a press conference between Javante Davis and Jake Paul, when Javante Davis exposed Jake Paul for these fights being staged. And you could tell that he wasn't with it. That's what really broke down the fight, man. Jake Paul wanted Javante Davis to take an L. These motherfuckers think you're just supposed to bend to him. You know what I mean? He said he had a purse on, yo. Yeah, he got a bad bag on. God damn it, Max. These niggas be crazy with the bad bags. I'll wear that shit. Yo, but this the interview right here.
Yeah, what you see?
It's not enough people calling out on a large scale this lie that Jake Paul told. He told a lie on this man, y'all.
Pound for pound.
I don't see no mainstream blogs. Like, I'm talking about like a DJ Academics or, you know, any one of them blogs that reach millions. Call Jake Paul out for the lie. I seen a lot of smaller channels do it. That's why I be disrespecting these niggas, man. Niggas that allow this white boy to push a false narrative on a fucking self-made champ. You know what I mean? A nigga that really put the work in, really built it himself and got to the top of the boxing ranks. And they let this fuck boy, Jake Paul, who I don't even know how he became a boxer. His story is similar to Charleston White's. You know what I mean? You start off one way, now you a professional boxer. And people ain't there calling it out.
Mean to you. Man, you know, I love this stuff. You know, I love a good challenge. This is for me and my team. I'm not proving everyone else wrong. I'm proving myself right at the end of the day. And so this is a great test. I know what I'm capable of. And once I beat this guy, just another check of a box, and people will have less things to say.
Tank, you heard him say, this is another check of the box. But you know, in this sport, we always say there are levels to this thing. Is this fight another one of those examples where you say, my man, now you're fighting one of the sport's pound for pound bests and one of the best.
Imagine, Tank, if Tank would have went up that bitch and took a fall, I think he'd have lost a large percentage of Baltimore. You understand? We don't do shit like that. on a large scale. Yo, he would have lost a large percentage of his support in the city, yo. If he'd have went up that bitch, I'd have stopped fucking with him. I'm gonna be the first to say it. If ain't nobody else gonna say it. If Tank would have went up that bitch and fought Jake Paul, and it was visible, like how a Tyson fight was, it was visible that he was holding back punches, and he allowed himself to lose. Nah, I'd have never fucked with Tank again. I think most of the city would have. I think most of the city would have turned his back on. Cause yo, we don't do shit like that. I mean, we don't do that, y'all. You don't sacrifice your morals and principles in your integrity, y'all. You don't do no shit like that. Whole time we the motherfucking sat back and watched you elevate in a boxing round. Supported you everywhere you went. I'm talking about Baltimore Fouls Tank everywhere he goes. He could have had a fight in mother on fucking Mars. Niggas gonna be trying to hit NASA. Yeah, if Tank had a fight in Mars, niggas be trying to reach out to NASA and talk about, yo, how the fuck can we get on the next ship to get up that bitch? I'm telling you, that's how deep it is. So if he was to go up that bitch and lose, and it's visible that he lost on purpose, man, niggas would have been pissed, man. I'm telling you, whole city would have been pissed. His family members would have been pissed. Fuck the city. I'm sure some people close to him that grew up with him, that's kin to him, would have been pissed about that shit, man. Would have looked at him the same.
And their level
Because you already got money.
to this sport.
I mean, I could go out there and say like you know, somebody want to say that we just got to wait and see come November the 14th. You know, I let him do all the talking, and come the 14th, we'll see what he about. How long you been boxing? 5 years. We'll see what he about come November the 14th.
Jake, you face legends. I mean, now you got Tank, but you've had Anderson Silva.
You face legends. Jesus Christ. Listen to this shit, man. You face legends. That's all this is about, y'all. Diminishing the value of another legend. That's what this is about. I'm glad Tank ain't fold to that shit, man. What's up, Clemson?
How does facing somebody like this in his prime, how does that differ compared to some of the other guys that you faced before?
Yeah, this is the toughest fight for me from an experience standpoint. I know he's in his prime, 30-0 or whatever it is, undefeated, top 10 pound for pound fighter. I respect Tank a lot, and that's why I'm excited he's going to bring the best out of me.
Man, what's up,
and I have to be prepared. I have to be the most locked in I've ever been, and that's what makes this a massive fight. So much is at stake because we're young.
Yeah, the fight off.
Just, on the tip.
Yeah, the fight off, Carl. But the thing about it is he lied. He lied about the reasoning. He lied and said Tank was unprofessional. He lied and said we fight. He lied about the whole domestic violence situation. He said it's on video. Yo, if Tank beat somebody up and dragged it, yo, we'd have seen that. That video would have came out same day. You hear me? It wouldn't have been no speculation. Man, that's Tank Davis. That's the girl. We'd have seen the video. He put out a false narrative on this man, yo, to slander that man image, man. All because Tank wasn't trying to lose on purpose. Now, if he'd have went out that bitch and put up a fight and lost, which I seriously doubt, then that's one thing. But they wanted to pay Tank to lose, man. And he gonna expose it in this interview, in this press conference.
And the brink of our careers and coming into greatness in our primes, like you said. And so
hit that like button, y'all.
This fight
share the
is
live
going to
too.
be the embarrassment of the world. Their fan base is going to be let down, and everyone's going to see that, and it could be a career-ending loss, and that's what makes this exciting.
Damn. So that was the goal. Send him out on the loss. Because I think Tank done with boxing. So the goal was to have him build up his career, only to lose to Jake Paul at the end of it. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Let's sleep to Tank Davis, man.
Tank, along those lines, listen to what he just said. Do you feel any pressure at all? Only because you're so good, and yet you're fighting this guy who's relatively new to the sport. And I'm sure there are a number of people, millions that are going to be watching, going to be expecting a knockout.
Yeah, I feel like it's no pressure on me. The only pressure on me is when I put pressure on myself. That's why I'm not going out here and saying I'm gonna knock him out or anything like that. So we just gonna put on a great show come November the 14th, and the fans win that night. I just want to put on a great show, and so everybody can, be happy.
Let me
I want to talk to that lady that's right next to you, Alicia, the champ. This is something. I don't know if these people know this, undisputed champion. But yet you gave up one of your belts. You gave up the WBC belt because they're one of the sanctioning bodies that really don't support women fighting 12 3-minute rounds. So you said, you know what? Take your belt back. I'm going to do this to push the sport forward. What does that mean to you to have this kind of fight on a worldwide platform like that because you want to show equality for women's boxing? What does it mean to you?
Well, listen, what it means to me is to be in this moment right here, right now, to speak about it. And not only speak about it, but come November 14th, you will see what women have always been able to do, and that's fight. That's show up and do a job. And one thing about me, I love to take a challenge. As an athlete, as a warrior, I need that. And I'm going to get that November 14th.
Layla, so then what does it mean to you to be in this historic fight, and this is your first world title fight? So this would be something to walk away as the unified champion in such a monumental fight. What would it mean to you to be victorious?
If you don't mind, I'm going to say a few words in French for my fellow people in Quebec. Je veux juste les saluer, les remercier du support que j'ai reçu aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup. I'm so excited to be here. Truly, I manifested this moment for the whole year, truly. And it's amazing to be here. I'm thrilled.
And what is your message, let's say, to maybe some people who
and have more entertaining fights than the future of women's boxing and MVP and Nikisa myself? I mean, it's just boxing at the end of the day. She's a superstar, a knockout artist, you know, has it all the characteristics that it takes. And she's the future of women's boxing. And MVP and Nikisa, myself, and I have always believed in people like her, Amanda Serrano, and the women's side of things that arguably 9 times out of 10
Well, he
have
fight,
more
yo,
entertaining fight.
this is my thing with him. Yo, won't he just be a real boxer, yo? Like, yo, if you wanna box, won't you just be a real boxer, yo? Won't you get in the ring with some of the best? Like, why you out this bitch? Like, it's crazy to me that they even allowed a situation where he can pick his fighters. Like, who the fuck is he? He haven't built up the reputation enough to just be able to pick who he want to fight. This is, yo, Jake Paul is really is disrespectful to all boxers, you know, to the boxers that train their lifetime to get to wherever they got. Jake Paul is that shit like a smack in the face, man. You feel me? Like, won't you fight real? Won't you just be a boxer, bro? Just be a boxer. Obviously, this is something you like to do. You know, you keep scheduling the fights. You get a fight at least once a year. That's typically that's right on par with the average boxer. Won't you go in full-time train mode and become a boxer? But he don't want to do that though. You know, that's too much like right. All he wants is the money. He don't really want to box for real. He just want the money off of it. He ain't really got no passion for the sport.
Than some of the men these days, and so we are big believers, supporters, and Netflix has backed us, and the movement has taken over, and now it's not just women's it's boxing.
Tank, your thoughts on that? Having such a monumental fight as your co-main here, especially for someone like Layla and, of course, Alicia, the undisputed champ.
I think that's great. You know,
Hell of a change Tank got on. God dang.
Female fighters should definitely get the same
treatment as,
like, you know, the guys. You know, I feel like Drake doing a great thing by, you know, having females on this card, and I didn't even know that they was the co-main, so that's fire, and I'll definitely be watching come the 14th, so I'm excited about that fight. I'm sorry, pardon me, I'm not really big on this young lady, but I definitely be in tune, you know, so.
I like it. Getting back to your fight, when you look at Jay, this guy's tough. He's taking a lot of people's best shot. When you look at him.
Who the fuck they paid you to say that shit? Who the fuck wrote that shit down for you? This nigga lying like a motherfucker. How many people? How many fights do Jake do he even got? So he took a lot of people's best shot. What the fuck he did? Lying ass nigga. I can't stand. Yo, entertainment, yo, that shit just became a joke to me over these years that we been on this internet. Yo, these motherfuckers is not real. Yeah.
Does his physical advantages, is that something that can test you in this fight on November 14th?
For sure. We know that Jake is much bigger than me and things like that, but we just gotta be smart when we get in there, and
That's what you gave him.
that's when my experience gonna play a big factor. So I can't really say too much right now. I don't want to say too much, but I definitely want to, put on a great show come November the 14th and make sure that show him what I'm about.
What do you think is going to happen in the fight, genuinely?
What I think? We gotta wait and see.
Yeah, you're boring as fuck, man.
Yeah, the whole industry, bro. The whole like everything, yo. Like it's sad, yo. The way that they just play on the people and get people emotionally riled up for some shit that don't be real. I mean, and I ain't even talking about boxing. Just in general, a lot of that shit that you see on social media, yo, you don't know what's real, what's fake. A lot of people start opening their eyes up to the fake shit, but it's still, you can still get fooled. I done got fooled a few times, and I be knowing what the fuck be going on. Nah, Carl, this was last month, but this interview happened last month. But in this interview, Tank exposed that Jake was trying to run a script. You know what I mean? You're not trying to fight me for real. You trying to run a script, yo. You want me to take a L. And that's where the shit broke down at. It broke down with Jake Paul wanting Gervonta Davis to take a L in front of millions, and Gervonta Davis declined. That's what happened. I think that girl is part of the play as well. I think that girl part of the play. Because that's the only way they yo, see, this the thing, yo, with this entertainment shit. And you learn this. Yo, these people got handlers, yo. Like, when you hear that handlers is real. Like, that ain't no joke. That ain't no game. That's something that really goes on when you reach the upper echelon of any industry. Well, especially entertainment. But or just being public figure. Yo, they give these people handlers, man. And Tank wasn't willing to lose for the betterment of Jake Paul's career. And when it came down to that girl who filed that lawsuit, yo, she does this shit almost every fucking fight. Yo, I want to show y'all something after this. It's a case out of, and it goes into what I was ready to say, what I'm talking about. It's a case out of Toronto. It's in Canada. It's a rapper. I don't know. I forgot his name. But I sent it to my email. And a girl wound up killing him. And the feds or the police put an agent around her to become her friend. Like, oh, this is the type of games that these people play. Like, oh, this is a dirty game. And and it's not about entertainment. It's just how these people operate. They use the same tactics in entertainment. They have put people in your orbit as a means to control you. I think that's what they did with this girl. I think this girl was compromised. Whoever that baby mother is, I think she is compromised, yo. She filed a lawsuit every fucking time, yo. Either a criminal case or a lawsuit. Damn near every time Tank got a fight. Well, not since in the last couple years, since he fell out with Floyd. Floyd connected to, he connected to the same people. The same people that run the industry. Shorty ain't right, man. But they had to use that. They used this frivolous lawsuit that's more than likely going to get dropped. That Jake said it's a video on that nobody never seen. As a way to cancel the fight. Because he couldn't just come out and say, yo, look, man, I wanted him to take a fall. He ain't take it. I ain't want to get knocked out on camera. So I declined. When he was the one that was pushing for it in the beginning. Jake couldn't say that. So he made a false narrative and ran with it.
Who's the audience for this guy? Like,
I'm not a
always wanted to
talker.
have to sell
You
the
talk.
fights. My whole family
I
texted
kick
me.
ass for
Get up,
real.
Bullfrog.
What you do? You just play around like, this regular.
That's what people want, brother. It's entertainment.
Look,
I can't even hear you.
Yeah, we.
you just play around. That's what people want, bro. It's entertainment. Listen to what he said. Y'all do this shit for real. You just play around.
All the fights, my whole family
I
texting
kick
me.
ass for real.
God,
What you do? You just play around like, this regular.
That's what people want, brother. It's entertainment.
I can't even hear you.
Yeah, we can't actually get the audio up here. We can't hear shit, to be honest.
Facts.
I don't know if that could change, but I can't hear what he's saying.
Jake, I was reading an article, and it said maybe Jake Paul this time around has bitten off more than he can chew in this fight. What's your response to that?
Man, people are always gonna say this shit. Like, I'm just sick of it, man. What do people have to say? Come on, keep on saying it. Whatever you got. This is what I do, bro. This is why I'm the biggest in the sport. This is why everyone's here today. This is why.
Yo, he said he's the biggest. How the fuck is he the biggest in the sport? He ain't even a boxer. Yo, this is disrespectful. Y'all, I would quit boxing, y'all. I swear, y'all. I think all these niggas need to quit. They need to quit until Jake Paul's value gets lessened in the boxing world. You feel me? Everybody need to retire from boxing into his role, into his motherfucking into his till he get diminished. They need to lower his value, man. This man ain't got no history in boxing. Say he's the biggest thing in the sports. That's crazy, yo.
I had the most viewed fight in boxing history. So at the end of the
BW,
day,
come on,
this
the dumb
little
shit,
guy
bro.
an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to
Alright, come
me,
on,
and I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking sign him on November
you paying
14th.
me?
So fuck you, little man.
You pay me?
100%, yeah.
100%?
100%.
100%. Facts?
Correct.
Yes? Correct?
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said? He paid me. So
Let me ask you a question.
I need that extra.
I love your confidence. I love it. Tell me and tell the people, why are you so confident in this fight?
It's preparation. It's knowing what I'm capable of. It's my team. Third, Jay Leon, Larry Wade. My training partners, Dika, everybody, Carl, everyone who puts in the work, Ocean, the whole team is, number one, and everyone goes so hard, and we know what we're capable of. We're the best in the world, and we just want it more than everyone. We have 2 chips on our shoulder, and look at what we've done in this sport in just a short amount of time with this team. My skill set continues to improve, and I'm a lot better boxer than these people who have been doing it their whole lives. It's pattern recognition, and that's what I'm amazing at, is learning
They
to
canceled
adapt.
the fight. Gervonta Davis was not ready to get KO'd by no goddamn fucking Jake Paul, man. Yo, see, y'all people don't understand, yo. Gervonta Davis, it was a street fighter first. Like, Gervonta Davis is not your average boxer, who came up and he came up in the gym. But Gervonta Davis will fight you on the streets. Some of these boxers, they just good in the ring. Gervonta Davis will take you in that motherfucking alley, put the hands on you. You feel me? It's just a different mentality. It's just a different type of person. You understand what I'm saying? The chances that Jake Paul was gonna beat Gervonta Davis in a fight, a real fight, was damn near slim to none, man. Slim to none.
Continuing to get better in the sport all the time.
Tank, he's a confident young man. Does any of that concern you in this fight, that he is so confident that not only he will win, but win by stoppage?
Fuck no. Not really. Not really. I mean, he's supposed to feel like that. He's the bigger guy. He say he paid me and stuff like that, so I let him take the high route. I take the low route. I see you November the 14th.
One thing
I think you meant the opposite, where you're going to take the high road. But yeah, sure.
The one thing I always like to ask fighters, because this thing is going to be watched by hundreds of millions globally, Jake, give the people one thing that you can guarantee that they're going to get on November 14th when they tune in to Netflix.
Yeah, you're going to see the 2 biggest fighters in America go head-to-head with an amazing card. world championship fights back to back to back, and that's just how the MVP way we do it. And I'm gonna come for a knockout of the year again. I've seen it in my visions. I've seen it in my manifestation. I'm sleeping this guy and gonna create the most viral knockout ever.
Damn.
Tank,
You heard what he said? I'm gonna create. Gotta pay attention to the words, man. Words have meaning. I'm gonna create the most viral knockout ever. That was the plan. To create the most viral knockout ever of Gervonta Davis. And Tate Davis said, fuck no.
same question. When people, those hundreds of millions of people tune in to Netflix to watch this fight, give me something you can guarantee that they're going to get.
You know that? Just excitement. You know, that's what I bring to the sport, excitement. That's why I'm the one that's doing the most at the gate.
And that's why I respect Tank. That's why this is amazing. He's a showman. He's a G. He's got his aura, his swag, his his fans.
Yo, that's hold up. Yo, that is total opposite from what he just said on the other day. Hold the fuck up. Let's go back to what he is. You see how he just spoke about him right there. But the other day, he didn't say that. Hold on. The other day he talked about his swag. He said he ain't like his swag, you know. He was a black eye to boxing.
Man, this is the best news.
Look at what he said. Look at what he said this time. You know, what the fuck changed so much? He said Gervonta Davis is actually a walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man could commit. I do not want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping me for this fight. Sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that a devilish man like this can rise to the top of coaching in sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces, swag, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, I'm on to the next. Yo, but hold up though, yo. How the fuck you say that? But a month ago, you said this. I mean, yo, they both can't be true.
And that's why I respect Tank. That's why this is amazing. He's a showman. He's a G. He's got his aura, his swag, his fans. I really respect him for taking this fight. Look at what, Floyd Mayweather did. He fought Conor McGregor, who was like the same weight. This is the most risky fight that Gervonta could take in the boxing. He actually has the balls and he's putting it on the line. And it's a much tougher fight than Floyd had against Conor in a crossover fight like that. So respect to him. It's going to be a show. And
so he said, look what Floyd Mayweather did. That Floyd Mayweather fight wasn't real. So what he's trying to do is emulate what Floyd did with Conor McGregor. He's trying to do it with Gervonta Davis. But Tank Davis ain't doing that. If we ain't fighting for real, we ain't fighting at all, my nigga.
We can talk our shit at the end of the day, but people are going to tune in and we're both going to show out and someone's getting put to sleep.
This is really scripted. Like, you really going off of something, huh? You see how he just threw that out there, Floyd, so I could just, y'all might not catch it, but right, okay.
What'd you say? I don't
Nothing.
know.
She said we caught it, so we're on the same page.
Alicia, same thing. What can you guarantee that people are going to get when they tune in November 14th and watch this fight?
What you're going to get is action-packed. Y'all know I love to fight. You know I love to punch on somebody. And the fact that I get an extra minute to punish Layla, I love that. I'm going to take that and I'm going to eat that. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here again. This is what I do. I've been boxing since the age of 8 years old. I don't do this. There's no hobby for me. This is what I do, and I love what I do.
Laylo, same thing. what can you guarantee the fans are going to get when they tune in November 14th?
They're going to see.
Members of the media here, they want to ask questions. We have two mics, one here down front. We just ask that you please introduce yourself and ask your questions to the fighter.
What you doing down there?
Javante, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Javante, you know I fuck with you. I fuck with you heavy, Javante, but
They always do that, yo.
I got you.
They always do that, yo. You gotta be careful with the people that say that first before they try to slide you. You know, you my man. You know, I fuck with you heavy. Man, get the fuck out of here, bitch. You gotta be careful of those people. Those people dangerous, man. They're the people try to rock you to sleep.
Big winning.
We already side betted though.
We already did. What was the bet?
200.
Let's go 250.
Let's go 500.
No, hell no. See, Jake, that's what Jake.
Come on, you have to take it, bro.
Jake.
They trying to he going against the script. Yeah, man. Let's go 200. Let's go no. Let's go 500. Now he backing down because they ain't even trying to bet 200 for real. It's just part of the play.
Y'all are making $50 million for this on Netflix. I can't do it. You split the bet with me. 250, 250.
Easy. Let's make it $1 million.
Whoa.
Let's make it 2.
Jake.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at his face.
$1 million.
Look at Jay Paul's face. Look, he thought he was going to shut him up. Let's make it $1 million. I said, no, let's make it 2. Look at his whole demeanor change.
Make it $1 million.
Whoa.
Let's make it 2.
Jake.
Look. Oh shit. This nigga ain't trying to lose.
Let's make it 2.
$1 million total. Yeah.
Shake on it.
Jake, $1 million.
2 mil? 2 mil? 2 mil. Let's do it.
2 mil. Right here, 2 mil. Go ahead.
Jake.
Easy work,
Get
bro.
a shake.
2 mil?
Get a shake.
Oh, they're shaking lefty.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my
$2
God.
million.
Yes, sir.
Bucks.
Hey. Wow. Javante, another question for you. Does the size matter in the gloves, and does the size matter in the weight? Are you worried about the weight at all? Are you worried about the size, the ounce of the gloves? Are you worried about that at all?
No, I'm not really worried about that.
Okay, well, we got 2 mil, Jake, so now I need you to fucking win this shit.
Let's go, baby. I'm knocking them out. Aiden, I got us, bro.
You got us?
2 mil. What are we gonna buy?
What?
What are we gonna buy?
We could buy matching Bugattis. Well, not that much. We could buy matching something. Very cool. Yo, Ben the Don, what you got? Bet 50 with me, Ben. I got you. All right, let's lock. Wanna lock? 50K. Let's shake on it.
Why won't we just do the 250 and then we do the 2 million?
Yeah, I'm only betting 250. I'll bet 50 with you.
There you go. Appreciate it. I like it.
No.
Hey,
You bet, motherfucker. How much you want to bet? You. How much you want to bet?
How much you want? I'm betting that you guys put on the biggest event of the year.
Look, this the guy right here he's talking to that's putting the fight together. Tank Press Joe. How much you want to bet? You feel me? Yeah, that's why, man, you gotta love Baltimore niggas, man. I swear, y'all. That's why I rep my city where I go, yo, because we different. I mean, yo, Press the damn guy that's put the whole shit together. This probably Jake Paul handler.
I'm not betting. It's your guy. I'm not betting on the fight. It's your guy. I'm not betting on the fight. No.
By the way, for people who are talking, that's Tank talking to Nikisa Baderi, of course, one of the co-founders of MVP.
That's the guy.
All right, over here. Go ahead.
Jorge Alonso, BroBible.com. This is for Tank. Tank, you've talked about his inexperience and you've called him a clown. Are you taking him seriously in this fight?
For sure. He the bigger guy. Look at him. I gotta take him serious. Won't you? Facts.
So you could win $2 million in this bet. What are you buying with those $2 million?
2 million? I don't know. I can't even say because motherfuckers gonna hate me for it. So I'm gonna chill. I might donate it.
Are you more excited now that with this bet, with the $2 million bet?
$2 million, I'm not donating $2 million. I come from the hood. Not doing that. I'll give some, but I ain't doing $2 million. I ain't that damn rich.
Oh my gosh. Next question.
Jaco here. Danny with MMA Junkie. Last time you were on Netflix, some people were disappointed with your showing against Mike Tyson. What can we expect in this fight? Would it look a lot different than that fight against Mike Tyson? If you can explain kind of what happened there.
Yeah, you have to understand Mike's one of the greatest, heavyweights of all time. I was outside of my weight class.
Tyson the fuck
This
boy.
is going to be completely different. I'm going to be faster with more knockout power against this guy, so don't blink. It's going to be a knockout.
You said what?
Next question here.
They don't even want to answer.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Rashad West with Remix Sports
Look,
Media. My question is
at this point, he mad. He mad Tank ain't going on with the script. He didn't want to respond.
with both Jake and Tank. All right, so Drake is known for dropping $1 million bets on fights like this. If he decides to place another bet on this Netflix matchup on November 14th, why should he put it on you? And what do you say to the fans who follow those bets and might wager on this fight themselves?
Who you talking to?
Both of y'all. To Tank and Jake, both of y'all boys.
What you say again?
He's from Baltimore.
If Drake was to bet on this fight, why should he bet on you? Drake.
Oh, Drake.
Drake.
What you mean? Why wouldn't you bet on me?
That's what I'm saying. You let me know.
Come on, man. You from Miami?
Yeah, born and raised.
I know.
Yeah.
You just came in here.
Yeah.
You just came in here, right?
What you mean?
You just walked in here.
Nah, I've been here.
This your first fight?
Nah, this is my first fight, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. The question you asked.
In other words, he's saying you should know who he is. That's why he would put money down on.
Well, nah, y'all know who he is.
Nah. Huh?
Let's get to the next
talk too much shit in the back.
Yeah.
How you doing? Evan Golden, Golden TV. Jake, quick question. Much respect for everything you've done in the ring, but also outside the ring, your Boxing Bullies charity. I wanted to bring that up because to me it's kind of synonymous with your journey. It's kind of mirroring how you're kind of always having to defeat the odds, kind of, fight back. Is that kind of, you see your pathway kind of similar to your kind of mission in your charity with Boxing Bullies?
Yeah, 100%. Life is a fight, in and outside of the ring. And we have to fight for the kids out there. We have to get these kids motivated, get them in the right programs, get them in boxing gyms, get them healthy, get them in their right mindset. And boxing has done all of that for me, giving me this discipline. And I've been fighting for everything I've had in my life. And so I just hope to be an inspiration for the next generation to show them that they can accomplish anything in their wildest dreams. I'm a kid from Ohio, and sitting here, it's still surreal to me every single day, and I'm very blessed. Thank you, God, and thank you to my fans and everyone who supported me.
Yeah, and I appreciate you with that charity. It does so many amazing things.
He for sure paid him to ask that question. For sure. He looked like he paid him. Look.
The media doesn't cover the good things, and sometimes you have to spotlight that out.
What was the question, yo?
Every single day, and I'm very blessed. I've had in my life, and so in the right programs, get them in.
Always having to defeat the odds. Outside the ring, your Boxing Bullies charity. I wanted to bring that up because to me it's kind of synonymous with your journey. It's kind of mirroring how you're kind of always having to defeat the odds, kind of, fight back. Is that kind of, you see your pathway kind of similar to your kind of mission in your charity with Boxing Bullies?
Yeah, 100%. Life is a fight,
It is a
in and
wild-ass
outside of
question.
the ring, and we have to fight for the kids out there. We have to get these kids motivated, get them in the right programs, get them in boxing gyms, get them healthy, get them in their right mindset. And boxing has done all of that for me, giving me this discipline, and I've been fighting for everything I've had in my life. And so I just hope to be an inspiration for the next generation to show them that they can accomplish anything in their wildest dreams. I'm a kid from Ohio, and sitting here, it's still surreal to me every single day, and I'm very blessed. Thank you, God, and thank you to my fans and everyone who supported me.
Yeah, and I appreciate you with that charity. It does so many amazing things.
He for sure paid him to ask that question. For sure. He looked like he paid him. Look.
The media doesn't cover the good things, and sometimes you have to spotlight that out. You got to give back. You got to give to get. Maybe you should take a lesson from him.
had to talk about the shit I do.
Oh, man, go
That's not nothing
ahead.
to talk about.
All right, this question is for Jake Paul. What up, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, man, big fan. Also your trainer. Me and the guys, you know, Larry Wade and Theo Chambers, we see you making these big bets and shit. So when you win this bonus, how much motherfucking money we getting?
I'll give you half.
There you go, my boy.
You guys get half. My team will get half of Gervonta's $2 million. So thank you, Gervonta.
Coach Calvin Ford, GTD. Jake, I want to.
Nigga went from a real fighter to a YouTuber. That's how shit go, right? That's how shit go, right? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
What up, champ? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of animosity toward me. But you want to know what's crazy, Jack Tank? Me and you ain't never had a bad day up under the sun.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. Listen, I see you, somebody that's bust his ass. I've been watching you since you was a kid, right? I know Calvin. I got nothing but love for everybody over there. They showed me nothing but love. I got nothing but respect
on
for
your
you,
side.
Jack. For whatever it is you think.
Stay on your side.
I'm only on this side, but guess what?
Yo, Tank, don't fuck with that. I'm trying to tell y'all what it is, man. Yo, we don't do sellouts, y'all. I'm telling you. For people that's outside of Baltimore, I'm telling you, yo, we don't do that shit, yo. We don't respect them. We despise them. And you can tell that's how Tank is carrying. I wish we'd have watched this a couple of days ago. That's how he is carrying this interview, man. This press conference. Like it's all staged, it's scripted. Y'all niggas is trying to make him look good, but make me look bad. So fuck you niggas. And that's how he carrying it.
I'm a black man supporting another black man making millions and millions of dollars, so I'm proud of you no matter what you think. And it's all good. But guess what? We over here doing dope shit too. So it's cool to see us aligned and get
from
money.
a Hall of Famer to a YouTuber. That's
You say what?
You went to working with a Hall of Famer. So now you're working with a YouTuber, right?
Shit. I mean,
You're forgetting to realize that I will be the first boxer and promoter ever in the Hall of Fame for multiple reasons, like at the youngest age.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, y'all. If they're gonna put you on the Hall of Fame, he act like he already know. Yeah, he act like he's already he already lined up for the Hall of Fame speech. He probably already got a speech written down, y'all. You hear me? He already got a speech written down, y'all. No crazy.
So you're actually a fucking dumbass.
Okay.
Hey, but champ, stay blessed. I got nothing but love for you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Calvin. Jake, I see y'all doing all this betting and stuff, right? And I'm looking at the fight because I'm his coach. This is a very serious fight, and I'm a very serious person. My question to you is, where did 12-ounce gloves come from? Why y'all couldn't take 10 and he had 8? Already he given up 4 ounces of the gloves. I gotta say this because y'all.
Oh, so it's already games being played. They try to use 12-ounce gloves. What's the standard glove? What's the standard gloves for professional boxing? What is the standard gloves for professional boxing? 8-ounce gloves. So he trying to walk around with mittens on his motherfucking hands. Fucking bitch.
Betting on this money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, wait. You guys were the ones that wanted 12-ounce gloves, not me. I'll do 8. Fuck, I'll do 4. I'll do 2 ounces. I'll do bare knuckle. Like,
I wasn't aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he can handle himself.
So what do you want? 10 ounce? 8 ounce? What do we want?
If he the one said that, I'm going to go with that. I wasn't aware of that.
No, the 12 ounce came from your guys' side.
No,
and I not. On God. Perfect. Then what do you want? 10?
No, I didn't say that.
So 10 ounces?
It don't matter to me.
Perfect. It doesn't matter to him. So back to what I always wanted, which was 10 ounces. Great.
You just made something clear to me. You just made something clear to me because I didn't know. Because you fight at 10s He fighting 8s.
Yeah, your
You know what
guys'
I'm saying?
side.
So I'm like 12 ounces. He's
Show
giving
the
up
emails and the screenshots.
I
You
get
guys
that.
asked for 12
It's
ounces.
part of negotiation. I get it.
No,
Now,
let's do it. 10 ounces. Let's do it. That's great. That's going to make it more exciting for the fans. Thank God. I wanted 10s really badly. Let's do it.
10 ounce. Cool. All right, guys. Before we get to the face-off, Jake, give me your prediction on what's going to happen in
Now,
the
see the Coach
co-main
Calvin,
between
man.
Layla and Alicia.
Well, first of all, it's just incredible that they're doing 12 3-minute rounds. That's some badass shit right there. And both fighters are incredible. But I just know that Alicia, this is her moment. This is going to be her breakout performance. And, you know, I hate to choose sides as I am the promoter, but I think Alicia is going to
Yeah, we're getting the knockout. That's what he meant to say.
Tank, same question. Who's going to win in that co-main between Layla and Alicia?
I'm gonna go bias. I know this one. So I would say Alicia. So you know, but I'm gonna definitely be in tune. Both of them on the card, so we gotta watch, bro. I never seen this young lady like I said. I definitely watch her when I get home and stuff, and you know, I'm just excited to be a part of boxing again. So shout out to that.
Layla, who will win in the main event between Jake and Tank?
Based on the height and the size, Jake Paul should win this.
Oh,
He should.
come on now.
But on the
Dumbass.
skill level, on the boxing IQ, I feel like Tank should have it. But if I go, it's hard to say, but if I go with only the size, he should win. He should.
Alicia?
Listen, we all know how boxing is. It's unpredictable. We got two hard hitters like Jake and Tank. Shut up before I beat you up. Like I said, it's going to be action-packed, and I know I'm betting on a knockout.
There you have it. Folks, certainly want to thank you guys for coming out, but now we got to have some face-off. So what I'm going to ask is the fight. Who is the biggest star in boxing? Tank Davis. And joining Dakisa Badarian is Miami resident hip-hop star influencer Ruby Rose. Jake Paul, Tank Davis, November 14th, live on Netflix here at the Kaseya Center, Miami, Florida.
Yeah, so that's where everything broke down. You could tell by this press conference that they wasn't on the same page. They wasn't on the same page. Jake Paul wanted Tank to take an L. Tank wanted trying to take an L. And he really exposed himself with this. This really exposed his intentions. Because he ain't had to do all of this. All this was extra. That was extra, man. The fight could have broke down without him saying this. So by him saying this, it exposed the truth. That nah, nigga, you was scared to fight, nigga. You thought that boy was gonna go out that bitch and lose. What's up, Tyron? You thought that boy was gonna go out that bitch and lose. And you was gonna walk away talking you gonna be the first boxing Hall of Famer. You know, you probably can buy a Hall of Fame plaque. You know what I mean? Probably can buy that shit. Well, Umar Johnson did an interview a couple days ago, y'all. I wanted to go back over it. He did an interview with a struggle streamer. His words, not mine. You know, because I don't call people struggle streamers. Because I know how this internet works. And it ain't about your content at all, for the most part. This man got 17,000 subscribers. They had 15 when I first checked it.
Can't call yourself white anymore. So here you go, Hispanic.
Now look, yo, I don't listen to none of this other talk. Like, yo, I done got to a point with him. Even when he say things that I agree with, I don't be trying to hear that shit, man. You heard me? Once I deem you a motherfucking a scam or a con artist, man, I discredit everything you say.
Order of Rome. You don't know who heads the Illuminati. You don't know who's the chair of the Bilderberger Group, right? You don't know who's really running Mossad behind the scenes, who's really run the United States behind the scenes, because Donald Trump is an employee, not an employer, right? So again, because they are so well organized, the leadership doesn't have to show itself often. With that being said, it is incongruous for us to accurately compare, though, the Jewish community and the black community. Let's just take the American African community here in the States. The reason the comparison is incongruous, they never went through what we went through, right? They had their 5-year Holocaust under Hitler. That does not compare to 3 centuries, of human subjugation, dehumanization, mass exploitation, which was the African slave trade, right? Number 2, they received global help during that Holocaust that gave birth to the nation now known as Israel, right? Other people came to their aid. Britain and France and America and took land from another people and carved out a nation state for them. Nobody has ever done that for us. And then thirdly, post-Holocaust, a lot of them, for fear of retribution, changed their names and hid their identity. They went underground. Not all, but a lot of Jews went underground, right, in order to assimilate into the Western world, because they were not well liked, not only by Adolf Hitler, but other people, due to stereotypes and other things, didn't really like them, so they hid their identity. You can never hide being African. I can't assimilate as a Chinese. I can't assimilate as a Caucasian. I can assimilate as an East Indian or an Arab, but the European Jews, they were able to assimilate as Anglo-Saxons, right? As everyday French, as Irish, as Italian. Many of them changed their last names. I was told this by Jewish people I work with, how their grandparents changed their names fleeing the Holocaust, right? And they assumed Anglo-Saxon names and non-Jewish names. And so one of the things that protects them so well today is the fact that a lot of people, because of intermarriage, right, in the changing of the name, a lot of people don't know if you're Jewish on the surface or not. They got to ask you, because today, a European Jew doesn't look much different from any other Southern European. You see what I'm saying? So whereas you and I, we could never hide our ethnicity or race amongst another group. So there's certain adaptations they were able to take advantage of that you and I never could. In addition to that, as much as Jewish people may not be liked by some groups, African people are unliked by everyone. They want your culture, they want your music, they want your talent, they want your inventions, they want your skill, they want your rhythm, but they don't want any of your blues.
Powerful, powerful. So what is it going to take, right? Because when you think about, we're always called the minority, but when you think about, us in America, you think about, us in the diaspora, we're technically not the minority, right? And so we're not the minority. We have all of the resources, natural resources, the power. What is it going to take for us to get, to take back the power and take back the economic resources, most importantly?
First of all, when they call us minority, from the perspective of white supremacy, they're not describing our numerical strength, because numerically we're the majority. The reason we don't appear to be is you have so many Africans who are trying to disidentify from being African. For example, if we look at the Latino African community, right? A lot of them will tell you, I'm not black. You understand? And look darker than you and I. But because I speak Spanish, or because my skin is so pale, right, that I no longer feel an affinity for my race,
I will just disidentify with it. Why did America come up with the concept of Hispanic? Hispanic is not a cultural term. Latino is the appropriate term. The U.S. government invented the term Hispanic in the 1970s because Spanish-speaking Africans from Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and other Spanish-speaking Central, South American, and Caribbean countries, islands, came to America and would call themselves white. And so America ran into an issue of census counting because you got all these black people who speak Spanish, who don't want to be lumped in with the American African, calling themselves white. And so, you know, for the white man, whiteness is a privilege. And you have to be Caucasian to enjoy that. So they came up with the term Hispanics, basically was a compromise with Spanish-speaking black people. We're not going to force you to identify with who you are, right? But you can't call yourself white anymore. So here you go, Hispanic. What do you have in America right now? You have American Africans who look as Nigerian, Ghanaian, Liberian, Gambian, Togolese as you and I, who are telling you not only are they not from Africa, that not a single ancestor is from Africa, that they originated in the United States, despite there being no proof of America being a cradle of human civilization. They will argue you down that I was always in America and did not get here from Africa, right? If you look at our black philosophical ideologies, right? Respect to them all. But the Moorish Science Temples, they don't identify as African. The Nation of Islam, they don't identify as African. The 5% Nation of Gods and Earths, they don't identify as African. I love and respect them all, but they don't identify as African. So you just have to look at our history and how black people, for opportunity, fear, self-hatred, political expediency, opportunism, chose to disidentify from being African. My point is, if you add everybody into the pie, we clearly outnumber the other groups. The problem is you got so many different groups of African people who don't want to be African that it makes your numbers look smaller than what they are. Let me give you a quick comparison. In the year 2000, the United States government added a new census category, biracial. Before that, you was either black or white.
Wow. Yeah.
There was no biracial.
Yeah.
They added biracial. Why? Because the popularity, well, they knew Barack Obama was coming soon. He was mixed race. So they would use Obama's presidency to fan the flames of mixed race pride. And so all self-hating American Africans who didn't want to be called African can now say I'm biracial, multiracial. Mind you, you have mixed race Africans on the plantation.
Yeah.
My grandfather Steve and his cousin Frederick Douglass both of their mothers, my auntie and grandmother, were raped by the slave master. There was mixed race. Nobody called them biracial. Yeah. Nobody called them mixed race. And even though they use pejorative terms like mulatto, you were still considered part of the African population and part of the slave population. So why? After 246 years of slavery in America, another 100 years of Jim Crow, another 50 years of apartheid, all of a sudden the government now says if you got white in you, call yourself biracial.
Yeah.
America will be 250 years old next year.
Yeah.
Why are you just now coming up with a biracial category? To make it look like there's less blacks than there really is on paper.
Yeah.
They're reducing us on paper.
Yeah.
Since y'all hate yourself and want to call yourself mixed race and biracial, instead of it being 50 million Africans in America, it looks closer to 30.
And so
they're redefining us out of existence.
And so do you think it has a lot to do with population control? Because when I think about, I saw something that said that the net worth of the black community will be zero by 2056, right? And when I hear that, I know that I'm surrounded around a lot of, specifically here in Atlanta, people that are getting to it, right? Becoming millionaires and getting, learning how to build wealth and, controlling that. So on one hand, we're hearing this narrative around, the power structure and population control, even COVID being taught or thought to be part of
a population control.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that, like the population control and why are it's part of this narrative around our net worth being zero, part of a control thing to make us feel inferior so we won't continue to thrive as a people?
It is part of a control thing.
but it is also partly the truth. One of the reasons why every group in America can outdistance themselves economically and politically over black people, although we've been here longer, and despite the aggressive systemic racism that has been put up against us, despite the racism, because that is a big reason. Nobody catches the hell American Africans catch because we're the only non-white people who cannot be deported. You can deport Chinese. You can strip the citizenship of an Arab or an East Indian if they want to get political and get out of line. What I give you, I can take back. Your naturalization is not permanent. You see that? I can send a Latino back to a Latin-speaking country. I can get rid of everyone in America except the black man because his enslavement, through his enslavement, I destroyed his natural, spiritual, and cultural connection to his land of ancestry. So what do you do with 50 million people you don't want and can't deport? You have to create systems of marginalization and elimination. COVID was a big part of that. But more specifically, COVID was about getting rid of as many elderly people, regardless of race, but specifically black people, because they don't want to use that money to provide Social Security for all them elders. Remember, in a capitalist economic system, and I want to be clear, capitalism is not commerce. Too many African people, and this is a conversation we have in the revolutionary sector with the socialists, the nationalists, the Pan-Africanists, etc. They believe if you're selling something, you're a capitalist. If you pull out some shea butter right now, say, Dr. Umar, I made this for $2.50, but I'm gonna sell it to you for $10. That's not capitalism. That's commerce. We have always engaged in business and trade and commerce. But you got black people who are so degenerate in their thinking, anytime you sell something for a profit, that's capitalism. Black people were selling for a profit before white people came out the caves of Europe. That's not capitalism. Is the deliberate domination of the means of production. I want to control the land, the resources in it, and all the institutions to make sure you can't get anything for yourself, so you're completely dependent on me, which allows me to raise the interest rate and the cost of the product or service to the point where you can't afford it, which ultimately means you're going to die a slow and painful economic death. Capitalism is about the destruction of a people. It is not simply charging a fee for a service or a product. Because you get people say, well, can we use capitalism in America in order to empower ourselves? First of all, you live in a capitalist economy. There is no way on hell you're going to empower yourself in a capitalist economy without participating in that economy. You don't have to be capitalist. Just engage in your commerce. You're not seeking to exploit nobody. You're not seeking to deny nobody. You're not seeking to usurp everything necessary in order for me to be economically independent. That's what capitalism is. It cuts off every avenue for you to do for yourself and only leaves the high price seller of the goods for you to buy from. That's capitalism. That is not commerce. Now, getting back to this, with the COVID, they wanted to get rid of all the old people to reduce dependency on Social Security. Because under capitalism, you are only useful if you can work for me, exploit your labor, or you can buy from me, exploit your wealth. If you cannot work for me, and if you don't buy from me, you're useless. So what is the one population in any society who no longer works and no longer needs to buy much? Old people. So from the white man's philosophy, we better off without them. And that's why Italy got hit worse with COVID than any European country, because Italy has the largest amount of old white people. Now, I'm very proud of Africa, because during the COVID crisis, many African leaders stood up and refused to either test or inoculate their people. In fact, I am of the opinion that President John Magufuli of Tanzania was assassinated because he refused to vaccinate. I also believe the late president of Haiti was assassinated because he refused to vaccinate. Africa stood up. Now, unfortunately, countries like South Africa, right, that I love very much. My last time on the continent was South Africa. I was disappointed that the government still went ahead and started immunizing the people, because you saw what John Magufuli did. He tested an animal, a plant, and a piece of fruit with the COVID test. And I think 2 out of the 3 came back positive. He said, how in the hell can a piece of fruit have COVID? How can a plant have COVID? He was proving that the tests
was played with. The test was a scam to make you think you had the disease so they can vaccinate you. And all they was going to do was push you with poison to get rid of you. Now, the last point on that gentrification question you asked, there's 2 documents that every African should read on planet Earth if you're concerned about population control. 2 documents. Number 1, Global 2000.
Yeah, see, but this is how he tricks people though, Rick. Umar Johnson does be speaking facts. And that's how he lure you in. Umar Johnson used psychology to manipulate black people. That's what he did. He used his education, and most of them do it. You know, instead of them teaching the education, they use it against you. So what he did was he gained the knowledge, gained the insight, gained the education, and he used it to manipulate black people. So a lot of times he does speak facts. It's just he doesn't use his information to help black people. He uses it to motherfucking scam them. That's his issue.
2000 was put out in December of 1974, I believe the date was, by Henry Kissinger, who's a descendant of Jews who came from the Holocaust. And he helped create the Rockefeller Trilateral Commission, right? Kissinger, who became Secretary of State, he was Secretary of State for the United States in 74. He put out National Security Study Memorandum 200, not Global 2000 yet. National Security Study Memorandum 200, December 74. This is the first time that a modern government undertook an investigation into population growth and trends for the entire planet. And out of this study, it's online, you can read it, he said that the United States government must take a lead role in controlling population growth. And in that, he targeted 13 countries, several of which were African. And almost every country that he targeted, they wound up with a serious LGBTQ movement. The LGBT is not about same-sex freedom. It's about the reduction of black population because 2 men can't reproduce, 2 women can't reproduce. And what just came out of the was it the American Medical Association or the Center for Disease Control? They said for the first time in modern history, teenage pregnancy is down in the United States, but they don't know why. We know why, because you have lesbianized our girls, homosexualized our boys against reproduction. Remember, the pushers of LGBT culture are not LGBT folks. They're heterosexuals. Why are heterosexuals pushing LGBT? Because it's a very effective population control strategy. It does what the birth control pill and abortion cannot do, and that is convince the kids to never touch each other.
Do you, and I actually have a follow-up question about population control, but based on what you just said, do you also believe social media has something to do with it, right? Because when I think about social media and how they've created these addictive devices that young people are so like even if you're heterosexual, the boys are gaming. They want to spend time with other boys now. So like the way social media is addictive is that part of the process as well?
Absolutely. Remember, feminism, which was modern feminism, a creation of the FBI and CIA to get women out the home through the propaganda of equality. Men and women are equal, right? So when I say propaganda of equality, I'm not saying that women are not equal. I'm saying that this was a government strategy to make the women discontent with being mothers, to get them into college and get them into the workforce, not only so they could tax their income and have more revenue, but also so that nobody could protect the mind of the child from the government. If you look at the flow of feminism unto the modern working career-based women, it has also coincided with the rise in pathology, suicide, mass shootings, because children are supposed to get a certain amount of nurture. Any living organism, I don't care if we're talking about the puppies or the cats or the giraffes or the birds, they get a certain amount of nurture before they're allowed to go out into the world on their own. Human beings are no longer getting that. African children are no longer getting that. A big reason why the feminist movement was brought to Africa, a big reason why the LGBT movement was brought into Africa, because Africa being the mother of all civilizations, it would take the U.S. government and other Caucasian governments more time to convince the African woman on the continent that being a mother is an outdated phenomenon. So they had to really put and push money into Africa to break that relationship, that trust and bond that the black man and the black woman had with each other in order for the LGBT, in order for the feminism to get in there. Wow. You see, so the reason why you had a Hillary Clinton, a Barack Obama, a Joe Biden, a Kamala Harris threatening African governments with the cessation of grants and funds and aid if you don't normalize homosexuality is not about gay rights. It's about making sure we can infiltrate the minds of the children by getting the mothers out the house. And look, you're taking me so many different places, but I want to talk about Black love then, right? Okay. Because you know, me as a financial educator, I understand. I've studied wealth. I studied other cultures. Before you go to Black love, and forgive me for jumping in. For sure, yeah. But I got that little ADHD thing too. Yeah, so when that thought comes, if I don't give it to you, I'm with you. Let's go to the Rockefellers. Mm-hmm. The Rockefellers created a General Board of Education. Stay with me. Mm-hmm. This is an oil family, right? Yeah. Why would they create a General Board of Education? Mm-hmm. And by the way, you do know Spelman College here in Atlanta, that I love and respect, is named after the wife of Rockefeller. Mm-hmm. It started out as an independent black school, but they came in with their money. And as a, as a compromise, they gave the school the name of the wife. The Rockefellers spent millions financing HBCUs. They spent millions financing PWIs. They spent millions infiltrating public school boards and infiltrating textbook corporations. Why? Why is an oil company worrying about college? Why is an oil company worrying about the textbooks that public schools use?
The same reason SoftBank worried about social media. The same reason why SoftBank is one of the biggest funders in Long Crime Network, Jelly Smack. It's about control, man.
Because if we want to control the economics, if we want to control the wealth, if we want to dominate industry, if we want to practice true capitalism, we cannot teach the children how we did it. Because if we teach the children how we did it, black or white, they can then teach themselves how to undo it. Economics was intentionally kept out of America's schools, black or white, intentionally kept out to make sure the kings of capitalism can never be overthrown. Wow. And so, and so when I think about, because so this thing is all like so multi-layered, right? Because when you think of black or white, population control, the government, there's a government shutdown happening. Yes. And with that government shutdown, SNAP benefits are being withheld. A lot of people believe that it will only affect the black community, but the more white people on food stamps. So talk a little bit about that. This SNAP scam is not simply the result, but where does that passion come from for, special ed, ADHD, neurodivergence, and then even stopping that school to prison pipeline? When I was in third grade living in North Carolina, my parents were married. My father was a very rough Marine Corps father. It was then that I said, I'm going to be the therapist and the psychologist that can help other children when they have a problem. So third grade, I decided to dedicate my life to helping our children overcome their issues, right? So with that, when I graduated from undergrad, I started my master's in a clinical psychology program, but I couldn't afford it. So I said, let me go back to Millersville University because I can get a grad assistantship and get this paid for. The director, who was Caucasian, sat me down. He said, if you're going back to Millersville, you need to get your school psychology certification. I never heard of school psych because I was never special ed, right? But he said, even if you get your license, if you're not school certified, you can't test in the schools. So I said, let me get this. Best thing I ever did. So I come back to Philadelphia, and I'm an intern, school psychologist intern in the same schools I went to. And I have a Jewish supervisor, right? Snow Bunny. So she's sending me kids to test because I'm working under her, right? And I'm testing these kids, and guess what?
Ain't nothing wrong with him. This boy he a genius. What is he here for? Learning disability. Right. So I came face to face with the school to prison pipeline. This is how they do it. This is how they do it. Yeah. They tell black mothers and fathers, your son can't learn as well as the rest. Yep. He needs special ed. And once you go to special ed,
the IEP.
Your percentage, and your percentage of going to prison just quadrupled, right? Yep. I'm the only psychologist to speak at every prison in Philadelphia. Wow. And every
Who can vouch? Can anybody vouch for these claims? Like, we gotta stop with these unsubstantiated claims, man. Who been locked up in Philly, man? Can anybody vouch that Umar Johnson spoke in every Philly prison? He's the only one that ever did it.
Every prison I spoke in, and I speak in prisons around the world, I ask people to raise their hands because you got special ed in other places too, because everybody want to do what America do, right? How many of y'all been in special ed? Almost half the inmates in the jail hand go up, even if it's a female jail. Because the average reading level of an incarcerated black person is the 3rd, 4th grade. The average grade level that they put you in special ed is in the 3rd, 4th grade. So answer me this question. If you stayed in school until 10th or 11th when you dropped out, or you got pushed out with a diploma in the 12th, right? You in jail now. You're reading on the 3rd or 4th. You got referred for special ed in the 3rd or 4th. But you didn't stop school until 10th, 11th, and 12th. How the hell you go through an extra 6 to 7 years of school and you still can't read? Nobody taught you. Wow. Our children, bro, don't suffer from SLD, specific learning disability. Yeah. They suffer from ABT. You know what ABT is? I ain't never been taught. I ain't never been taught how to read.
That nigga said. That nigga thought he dropped the jewel. Nigga said, man, they don't suffer from ADHD. Whatever the fuck he said. They suffer from ABT. I ain't never been taught. Crazy. Nigga, wild as shit, yo.
I ain't never been taught how to count. I ain't never been taught how to comprehend. I'm going to tell you this right now. As long as most black children globally are taught by white people, African people will never have a resurrection. Wow. I've spoken on every continent. I'm the only scholar alive, to my knowledge, of our race to be invited to speak on every continent more than once this century. I ain't been to a country, county, city, or continent yet where most African children are being taught by white people or through a white curriculum. In Africa, Nigeria, I see it. In Africa, as you know, just like here, uppity blacks, they will pay extra money for them to get a better Caucasian indoctrination. You follow me? Yeah. I'm going to pay extra for them to sit in front of this white Jesus picture all day. I'm like, yo, traveling the world inspired me to build FDMG on a whole new level. So when you say, what is the end game for me, right? Yeah. So Pan-Africanism, this is a major struggle. It's been going on for hundreds of years. It could go on for hundreds more. Who knows, right? Yeah. So what is going to be my contribution? My contribution is I want to go back to my ancestors when I leave this earth as being the first superintendent of a truly global Pan-African school district. You see what I'm saying? In other words, you in Atlanta now. Yeah. We got FDMG Atlanta. You say, Doc, I got to go to Jamaica for a few years on business. We got FDMG Jamaica. I got to go to Liberia, FDMG Liberia, FDMG France, FDMG London, FDMG Canada. You see that? So no matter where you take your child, they don't lose out on instruction because every school got the same curriculum. We've never had a global Pan-African school district. That's my goal. Start with this school in Delaware. They say your first one is always the hardest. Once we pop that, I think we're going to be able to open them. Because here's the thing. Back to the negativity that you mentioned, a lot of people do believe it, and a lot of other people are still on the Dr. Umar fence. It's like I listened to him. Yeah. Could he still be a scammer? I guess he could, because the pastors speak good, right? So they're like, I don't know, because they're looking at both arguments, and unfortunately, they don't critically analyze enough because there's no proof to that argument. But nonetheless, they're looking at both sides. Once we open that school, I think a lot of people on the fence are going to help us open all the rest of the schools. You see what I'm saying? So once we get through this, I think the world is ours.
Nah, I love that. I love that. If you had $100 million right now to spend on black liberation today, how would you allocate that money?
I would choose a city, and it would probably be one of our blackest cities. Yeah. So we're talking about a Detroit, probably Detroit or Memphis.
Probably Detroit. I'm gonna get less pushback because Chicago they didn't already targeted, right? So I'm going to go to a black city that's very concentrated, maybe a Jackson, Mississippi, a Detroit, a Jackson, a Memphis. Atlanta is already pretty well off, even though Atlanta still needs its independent black infrastructure too, because I don't think we got a black hospital here. You follow me? So we still got some ways to go. But I would take that 100 million, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, school, hospital, bank, supermarket, manufacturing and distribution. Manufacturing distribution, that's your jobs.
Yeah.
Hospital, save the people. Supermarket, feed the people. Bank, invest in the people. School, teach the people. That's my 100 mil right there.
Love it.
Into what you said real quick.
Yeah.
If it's that simple,
right?
And I got Jay-Z.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Jay, you can't drop 20 mils. Tiger Woods, 20 mils. Beyonce, and I love Beyonce, 20 mil. Kanye, 20 mils. Bob Johnson, 20 mils. Oprah, you feel me?
Yeah.
You mean if it's that easy?
Yeah.
Our black billionaire class should have at least 5 Black Wall Streets.
I agree.
They ain't gave us one.
Yeah.
What hurts me,
Yeah.
I don't know of a black billionaire who has built an independent institution.
Yeah.
Do any of them have a hospital? Do any of them got a school? I'm not talking about no charter school. LeBron, that's a public school.
Right.
That ain't yours, right?
Right.
And then of course people say, well, wait till they retire.
Right.
We done been down that road.
Do you think like, do they know something that we don't know?
They
right?
do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what they know. The higher you are on the totem pole, the closer you are to brutal white power. Jay-Z knows more than you and I ever could what could happen to him if he stepped out of line. Oprah knows more than you and I ever could if she stepped out of line. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, they just reminded them with Puff.
Right.
With Puff.
Right.
You gonna do what?
Yeah.
Puffy was the warning
Yeah.
to all black billionaires.
Yeah.
I know we in the woke. Y'all woke.
Yeah.
You can be woke all you want.
Yeah.
You better not put it into action.
It's funny though, because there was a moment where, after that video leaked and Diddy.
Which one? The Cassie.
The Cassie video leaked. Diddy was on live apologizing.
I remember that.
It did not look like he was apologizing to Cassie. To me, it felt.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, watch it again, because he was like, I just want to apologize. I was in a dark place, and it kind of felt like, and if we think about, him speaking about Black liberation, suing Diageo, he was on the InvestFest stage, talking about, we need our own, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
The moment he started doing that, that's when
they jammed him.
They jammed him, and then when I
that political party Diddy was trying to put together ain't had shit to do with it. That shit was all Diageo. I mean, they do good goddamn well. That party wasn't attainable. They was gonna block that shit anyway. That shit was about suing Diageo for racial discrimination.
watched that, I said to myself, this don't look like this is an apology to Cassie. It looked like, he has no ways to reach those people. So he did it, inconspicuously, where he's like, look, I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing. I was in a dark place. Get me back where I need to go. That's what it felt like to me.
I got you. I could definitely see that. But my thing with Cassie, the same thing with Bill Cosby, because when they brought Bill Cosby case in, they brought Bill Cosby case in with maybe a couple days before the statute of limitations expired.
Yeah.
They got him right.
Yeah.
And the woman who brought the case, she was under a gag order in the settlement with Cosby, just like Cassie. I'm trying to understand, if I pay you to shut up and go away, how can you still be brought in to testify against me? You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that was really, it clearly shows you it's a double standard for black folks.
For sure.
So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What would you say? What's the biggest financial mistake you see black community making collectively?
Wow.
Niggas ain't donating their grip money. niggas ain't sitting their grip money over in the better. I think that's the biggest mistake. If you let Umar tell it. Niggas grip money ain't coming through like it's supposed to. Niggas spending too much money on head nails. The same shit he always say.
Mistaking money for wealth.
I agree.
Money can be converted into wealth. Money is not wealth.
Agreed.
Raising our children with the mentality of conspicuous consumption. When I go into these schools to evaluate children, and I see a first grade 6-year-old black boy with Jordans on, true religion jeans, gold.
Yo, come on now. He making this, this is a lie, yo. How many, how many 6th grade boys is walking around like that? Like, sure enough, though, yo. Like, for him to make this statement in general terms, like, that's the normal. What percentage of kids, is really doing that? True religion jeans, Air Jordans. I don't think that's a huge percentage, y'all. I just don't. I know my kids ain't really into that shit. I mean, as far as tennis, but they ain't going to school no true religion zone. He is lying. He is lying because he's doing it in general terms. Like, that's the normal. That ain't the normal, man. That ain't never been the normal. You know what I mean? Even when I was, that ain't never been the normal, man. For one, most parents can't even afford that shit. Even if they buy it for themselves, they can't afford to buy it for themselves and for their kids. I would think that's a small percentage. I think that. I mean, maybe in some cities. I just think that's a small percentage. I don't think that percentage is large enough for him to make this statement on this platform as to one of the main reasons that, or one of the main things we miss spending money on.
Chain, right? He's being indoctrinated by his parents to be an economic slave to wealthy white corporations. I bet you he ain't got no life insurance. He ain't got no college fund. He ain't got no truck.
He do a lot of stereotyping. He ain't no different. He ain't no different than the white power structure he always talk about. He pushed the same stereotypes, but he do it in a way to make it sound like he there to help.
That's fun. So we are literally still the plantation slaves of America. Same system, operates differently. Before we pick cotton, now we just walk into these stores and pick up everything they sell and buy it. The mentality is the same. My job, our job, we have to teach black children that there are greater things to value than what you own and what you wear. Remember, we were not always these materialistic, conspicuous consumers. This grew out of the post-civil rights era where black people felt in order to be equal to white people, we had to outshop white people. So now, because the only thing I'm allowed to do that the white man is allowed to do equitably is shop. So consumerism became the measure by which we determined equality. Wow. And we still do. Think about it. If I'm an attorney worth $1 million, right? There's a
Yo, that's not even really the case though, yo. Yo, we are preyed upon, yo. Like, yo, he act like, yo, just look at all the commercials. You know, the commercials that you see daily. Yo, they prey on black people, man. You know what I mean? They prey on black people, yo. This is how, you need the poor. Now it just so happens that, in the country, they designated us the poor. You feel me? Even though we ain't the poor, a lot of us got money, we spend money, but we spend a lot of money, so we don't save like we supposed to. But that's just come from predatory practices by media. Media manipulation. It's predatory. They sell this shit to us through rappers, through entertainment. And we gotta get better at identifying it. But that's actually what the fuck be going on. I mean,
white community. The attorneys over there make $1 billion a year. I'll never make that money because of racism. But if I can get one of them houses to other black people, I look equal to them whites. And too many of us are motivated by looking larger than life to other black people by our proximity to whiteness, right? And then we got to.
I don't even believe that, yo. I mean, I don't know, yo. I don't think people be thinking like that. Like, you know what? I want to live next to the white people, so I can blend in. I just think when it comes down to it, it's just about safety and security. They don't secure our cities and our predominantly black cities the way that they should. And they secured, but all of that stuff is structural. You know what I mean? All of that stuff is structural, yo. Like, I don't know. Umar Johnson, a wild ass nigga. What's up, Liz?
Pay the cost of that though, and we pass the burden on to our children because the only thing they're collecting from us right now is our debt. But you got to also convince black people to not live for themselves and live for future generations, and that doesn't mesh well with our psychology of selfishness. At the root is self-hatred multiplied by selfishness.
If you had a magic wand, because I mean this is great, and I want everybody to rewind and like it's funny because I had tons of stuff to ask you, but I was such being a student that I got thrown off a bunch of times, right?
You still got time though,
no, for sure. But when if you had like a magic wand, right? Like how do we fix it though? Like how do we
education and economics?
Yeah.
Education. You have to change the collective consciousness of the next generation. What is the youngest ones? Is that what do they call that young? I don't know if that's.
I think it's alpha now.
Is it alpha?
I think it's.
Let's say it is alpha. Whatever they want to call it. That alpha that next generation. We have to change it. Them babies being born now. They have to be subjected to a completely different economic order.
Yo, I think the kids growing up nowadays gonna be a lot different than how we grew up. I really do. I think the generation of kids now that's coming up, that's probably from ages 7 to motherfucking 14, 15, I think they're gonna be different.
A completely different social order, a completely different religious order. You don't have to change the religion. They can still be Christian, but the messages they get from Christianity got to be different. Everything we do must economically and politically empower African people or it needs to be destroyed. Every fraternity, we got to look at them. I love them. Every sorority, I love them. But are you economically and politically empowering for African people? Every church. Are you economically and politically empowering every traditional black organization? Are you economically and politically empowering the black people? And if you're not, we have to put you out of business. Every black business. What do you do besides take out money, put it in a white bank, and go home to a white neighborhood? You see that? We even got to redefine what a black business is. Most people say a black business is owned by black people. Not me. A black business is not only 100% owned by black people, it also invests in a black community and puts its money in a black bank. FDMG, our money is in a black bank. You follow what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that when we are defining these terms, what is a black business, what is a black community, make sure we define it specifically. And if they're not living up to that, we need to be able to say that.
Doesn't living so out in the open or allowing our revolution to be so obvious, if you will, doesn't that put us in danger? Because I feel like, like you said, right? Like there was a Black Wall Street, but a bunch of them, but because it was such out in the open, it allowed the white power structure for jealousy and to tear it down. And I know our brother Charlemagne the God talks a lot about the spook who sat next to the door, and I'll use him as an example, right? As somebody who I feel like, and I hope he don't get mad that I'm saying this, but I feel like he's doing that, right? Meaning that he works for the white power structure, but when and he does what he needs to do to to be good in that power structure. But when you look at how he's empowering us behind the scenes, it's like, oh, I see what you're doing.
I agree. Charlemagne is the reason I got to the Breakfast Club. You follow what I'm saying?
For sure, right? And so when I think about that, when I think about how he's been able to use his power, if you will, to keep the people at bay, if you will, but still he has his own publishing company with a major book publishing, and he's giving a lot of black authors the opportunity to publish their books on a wide, much larger scale that they would ever have if they didn't partner. He has the Black Effect Network where he's partnered again with iHeartRadio, but he's giving these black voices exposure they would have never had. So I look at that as, all right, he's building the black infrastructure, but he's doing it quietly, if you will.
I got you.
Yeah. And so is there is there an advantage to that? And how can we and maybe, right? Like even we talk about Jay-Z, right? Like, in a way, Jay has infiltrated a lot of spaces.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the end game with the NFL is, but and we may look and say, man, he's just giving us black people voices to perform. But could there be, right? Could there be a bigger play that we just can't see?
Great points. Very great points. Couple things. Number one, I would start off by saying, I cannot judge the totality of your contribution until your contribution is done. In other words, I can't properly evaluate Sean Carter until he's retired.
Yeah.
I can't properly evaluate Charlemagne until he's retired.
Yeah.
You can't properly evaluate me until I'm retired. Because to your point, they still have plenty more decades to go to do or undo that legacy, right?
Yeah.
It could very well be Jay-Z is
Yeah,
strategizing.
Liz, these next generation of kids are gonna be different, man. For one, they're not outside as much, so they're not exposed. Even though the internet exposed you to a certain degree, but it ain't nothing like being outside and saying certain things. They're not exposed to a lot of the nonsense. Now I know a lot of kids fall victim to social media and what they see, and I think that there's a lot more fathers in this generation than previous generations. You feel me? It's a lot more fathers, even though they like to act like black men don't take care of their kids. Yeah, but for the most part, that shit is almost like a thing of the past. You know what I mean? I'd be glad when we stop allowing people to keep putting that shit on us and we can move past it. Now, it's still an issue just like any other community, In any community, it's fathers, it's mothers raising kids alone. I just think that the next generation of kids is going to be a lot I don't know if wiser is the word to use. I just think it will be very productive.
We got to wait and see. Yeah. I don't want to judge him prematurely, right? Yeah. I think you're very spot on with Charlemagne. I think he is using his leverage and platform in the mainstream entertainment industry to give opportunities to black folk who otherwise would never get them.
Yeah.
And I applaud him for that, because like I said, if it wasn't for him, I would have never got up there.
And see, Charlemagne's a fucking cornball. I mean, see, that's the thing. See, that's the thing about these niggas, right? That's why you can't really believe them. Because if you're gonna be real, be all the way real. Don't pick and choose when it be real, or just because he's your friend, you want to kind of cover for him. Charlemagne don't speak on real issues, just like the rest of them. Like I always tell you, y'all, pay attention to the things that people are silent on. That lets you know who they are. Pay attention to the issues that you see, for the things that you recognize as a problem in the community, that these people that got these voices are quiet on. And that lets you know if they're really for the people or if they're not. I mean, if you speaking on shit that everybody's speaking on, what separates you from the next person? Nothing. It's issues that's going on in the community that motherfuckers ain't speaking on. I mean, Charlemagne, I haven't heard him speak on nothing yet when it comes down to these public schools passing failing children. They've been doing it for 20 years now. For 20 years now, they've been passing failing children. That's how you get situations where kids can't read and they in the motherfucking 12th grade and shit like that. I ain't heard Charlamagne say a goddamn thing about that. And if he did, he need to say it louder, because that's his platform too big. Oh shit. Yeah, but that's what you got. You got to install morals and principles in your kids. Like I teach my kids about money and how you don't let money rule you, man. Because you're right. That is the direction of Earth. I mean, United States is trying to take our youth. They doing it through social media. They doing it through all these sellouts. So I teach my kids, you got have a price, and you don't let nobody sacrifice. You don't let nobody pay you to do something that you don't want to do. Pay you to push the narrative that you don't want to push. You got to be able to turn down the bag, man. Got to. Cause we see what's going on now. Like these niggas that take any dollar, hand it to them. I told you I think Gilly a while ago would try to sell crack over that bitch if they was to give him an endorsement. You feel me? If they was able to endorse crack cocaine legally, I think Gilly a while would take a bag from motherfucking what the fuck Moderna. If they was to legalize crack cocaine, I think Gilly and Wilder would take a bag from Moderna, man, and they'd be pushing that shit on your platforms, man. Like I'm telling you, man, fuck with crack, keep you up for days. You get so much done. They be talking about that shit like it's Adderall. You heard me?
There, right? Yeah. And a lot of people was afraid for me coming up there. They're like, is he gonna get up there and say that? First of all, I'm not a fool. Right. If I interview on the Breakfast Club the way I can interview on, say, your platform, it'll never get played. And I don't ever want to put Envy and Charlamagne in a position, you understand, where they could potentially get ramifications for something I said on that show. So if you ever watch my Breakfast Club interviews, you will say to yourself, he could definitely go harder than this. You follow me? Sure. But I got to keep it palatable for mainstream radio. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Basically what I just said. Then what did I say about you, y'all? If you got a sense of your take in order to appease a certain group of people, then what the fuck do that make you? Do you classify that as real, authentic? Or you out here playing the game too?
It works though, because it took my message global. Absolutely. I say it all the time. Before I went to the Breakfast Club, if I walked through the airport, half the people knew me. After that second Breakfast Club interview,
and I've been saying, the Breakfast Club need to take accountability for this guy. Charlamagne still not trying to speak on the obvious. You keep talking about Charlamagne. He still ain't trying to speak on the obvious that you scamming. And you have scammed us for years.
Everybody knew me, including non-blacks, which is a gift and a curse because my message is to my people. Yeah. So now that I know everybody recognizes my face, I got to be a little careful about how I move. Sure. Because they might not speak to you, but they know exactly who you are. You see that? Absolutely. Now, getting back to your point, in any revolution, in any army, there's a division of labor. The general can't be the lieutenant. The lieutenant cannot be the captain cannot be the squad leader cannot be the cadet. Some of us are born to be the spook who sat by the door. Some of us are born to be out front with the sword, right? I'm a son of Ogun in Europe of spirituality. I'm out front with the sword. There's nothing else I can do. You follow me? I was born to be the voice. So I can't be the spook, because my voice is needed to rally the troops. Yeah. So no matter how I cut my cake, I got to be out front. Other people can be a little bit more strategic. Take Ella Baker and the work she did in the civil rights movement with the NAACP and Dr. King. She was that quiet force, right? Still public, people still knew her. She was a little bit more quiet though, right? But if Fannie Lou Hamer had to be out front fighting hard, you know what I mean? So Booker T. Washington is kind of what you're speaking of. He's making his contribution with Tuskegee. He's building, right? Nobody knows, though. He's silently financing civil rights struggles in court out of his pocket. Nobody knows, though. He's using Tuskegee as a hideout for black revolutionaries so the Klan can't get him. So what you see looked like he was a coon.
Yeah.
But when you really look at what Booker T. Washington did, he was a straight up Pan-African revolutionary, but he knew his benefit lied in not letting the world know it. I'm going to use white people's money to build up black people so they can do the same thing white people do.
Yeah.
There's a role for that.
Yeah.
It just ain't my role. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm the out front brother.
Yeah.
But you're correct. You need them spooks.
Yeah.
Now here's the problem with the spook. Here's the problem with the spook.
Yeah.
Because of our lack of self-love and commitment, sometimes we send them in to be a spook who sat by the door, and they end up getting flipped into an agent against the people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many times has somebody said, I'm just going to infiltrate the political space? 5 years later, they own you. I'm just going to infiltrate the banking industry. 5 years later, they own you. You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to do that, they cannot be economically dependent on that institution they're infiltrating to make sure they stay loyal to us. It's just like if you say you want to run and be mayor of Atlanta, right? My first question to you is how much money you need to beat the incumbent? Because I don't want you taking a penny from a white man, because if you take a penny from a white man, that's who you're going to be beholden to. One of the reasons...
So how you say all that, right? But these niggas stupid. So how you say all that, right? But then say, Charlamagne do great things. Yeah, I've been told you, once you take them people down, you compromise, man. You feel me? That's why they fucking my channel, because I go against the grain. I don't give a fuck. Like, they could be fucking my channel to the day I quit YouTube. You hear me? Because I'm going to say what need to be said, and deal with whatever consequences that come with it. You feel me? But how can he say that, but then you praise Charlamagne? Charlamagne is controlled. Basically, what he just said is, these guys are controlled. They're controlled. They can only say but so much. They can only do but so much because they're in the pockets of somebody else. Somebody in their pockets, man. They might be grabbing somebody by the pocket. You heard me? What you talking about? They might be. You might catch them outside walking. They might be holding nigga pockets. You feel me? Like that's what they is, man.
Black politicians are not loyal to black people. Who finances their campaigns? White. The Congressional Black Caucus. They got elected on whose money? White people's money. Yeah, but I vote for them.
What it is.
It don't matter. If you only voting and you ain't funding, you're already too late to the race. And that's why I don't think all of them are coons. But guess what? If Walmart funded me, if Elon Musk funded me, if the Jewish APIC funded me, the black community ain't got no banks to fund me. You see what I'm saying? So if we want to become politically empowered, we got to build black wealth, choose our own candidates, and fund our own candidates. Every aspect of black life, you feel the impact of our political disorganization and our economic devastation. Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, we don't just suffer because we black. We suffer because we black and disorganized.
Love that. Is there any last words of empowerment, anything you want to leave with our insiders, with our audience that we didn't talk about?
I would say this. 3 things. Number 1, and this is influenced by my spiritual culture, but we all choose a destiny in heaven before we come. We are born in the 21st century for a reason. You could have been born in the 19th. You could have been born in the 22nd. God put you in this century for a reason.
All right.
The problems we have are ours to solve. Never let anybody control your confidence in our ability to overcome our situation. Once upon a time, China was the laughingstock of the world. Look at them now. Once upon a time, India received no respect. Look at them now. Once upon a time, the Germans said the British didn't even make a good slave. And the British Empire almost controlled the entire earth at one point. My point is, the people who get respect today had none 200 years ago. See that? What man has done, man can do. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said we can have a new reality tomorrow if we got to know ourselves today. The only question is, What are you willing to sacrifice for African liberation? Because
Yeah,
the big
I
obstacle for
agree,
us
Rick.
is sacrifice. We want to be free, but we don't want to sacrifice time. We want to be equal, we don't want to sacrifice money. We want our own, we don't want to sacrifice our relationships with white people. You follow what I'm saying? Everything, when I talk to my Christian brothers and sisters, your whole religion is based on the belief that God sent his only son. And you know how much a father loves his son. God sent his only son to earth to die
Hey,
for a
shit,
bunch
news.
of ungrateful.
Yeah, I didn't fell back off a lot of this shit. As far as like on Instagram, yo, like they pushing a lot of bullshit over there, man. Like they killing us with 6ix9ine. They killing us with Krishan Rock and Blueface. Like that shit is like out of control. Yo, but I wanted to show y'all something. To show y'all how these people operate. So it's a case out of fuck shorty name is. See if I can find this shit on the internet first before I read the article. It's a case out of Toronto. Hit that like button, y'all. It's a case. This case right here. Are y'all familiar with this situation? I wonder if somebody did a YouTube video on this. The Av boy SK. So this girl supposed to kill y'all, right? And the police was placed in a cell with her as a newly arrested individual. They eventually became good friends over girly chit chat, makeup, nails, and boys. And the whole time this girl was an agent for the police. Y'all familiar with that? Let me see if anybody did a YouTube video on it. What's the fuck his name was again? Ad Boy SK. So he did it. Who's us? We love hip hop. Undercover cop testifies on girl who alleged killer. So she just got found guilty. Oh, so this the kid right here. Let's check his music out. Probably a drill rapper.
Orange Park, nigga. Free Janeiro, free Ing. Ah.
So they from Toronto. These Toronto gangsters.
Orange Park, nigga. Free Janeiro, free Ing. Ah. Bam. Yeah.
Free YM, free Borders, free TT, free FK, free K9, free Rags, free G's, free all the guys, man. Listening to on.
You're rocking, nigga.
That's what they do, bro. Oh, yeah, already, man. No, he ain't stopping.
Hey, hey. Jamie on the beat, boy. Came up from the dirt, please don't act like he know me. Never met him and he act like he know me. Grind all alone to put up for my homies. You don't know about late nights on the solely. Bro on the run, so y'all going OT. Shit getting sticky, do hits with my brodies. You don't want to see me go down with the flow. Then screaming free DB, also want to see me. Worry about racks, niggas worry about retweets. Keep my myself, so little bitch ain't no G. My niggas bought it, trying to run up like a
So that's him right there. I just wanted to see who he was. Alright, so let's. I found an article on it on Reddit. I want to see how in depth this guy go. This Hip Hop News Network or something.
We love hip hop.
Trial started for a Toronto woman who has been charged with the murder of Toronto rapper or Scarborough rapper SK. Now, the thing that's crazy about this whole story is as this trial unfolds, we find out that an undercover cop was talking to the woman right after the time of the murder, and she was able to collect a lot of the information, which may be the nail in the coffin for this case. Now, for the people who might not be familiar with Toronto rapper SK, he's a rapper from out of Scarborough, specifically the Orton Park area, and he had a pretty good wave going on back in early 2018, 2019, until his eventual passing in 2022. Now, before that, he had a few issues with a few different blocks from what I can find via the Torontology Reddit. And once
Man, you
again,
don't never talk about your case. I told you. That's one thing my mother told me early on. And a nigga try to line me up in that bitch. You don't never talk about your case in jail, man. especially a beatable case. You know what I mean? Even if it ain't beatable, because I know a guy, my man Sticky, man, Free Sticky. Sticky had a case that he thought wasn't beatable, and then the evidence broke down. But he already told everybody in the jail his case. He thought he was done. They threw out the key evidence, and they turned the case. The state dropped the case because they couldn't use the evidence, and the feds picked it up. And everybody that he told in the joint, not everybody, but like 4 people that he told in the joint testified on him. He ended up catching 30 years for that shit.
Condolences to his family and his friends.
Yeah,
But from as far as what I can find over here, there's a post right here on the from the Torontology Reddit from about 4 years ago, back in 2018. It says SK/2C Orton Park /SST/54 with with the red B, and you know what that means. If you know, you know. The song is called Trappin', and it's a classic SK.
Pull up on them and they don't shoot back because they only 70.
Wow, Shorty really did pack him. Thought she just lined him up. And then another.
He's not interesting. So I'm gonna read to y'all what man, salute to y'all. What matter of fact, hold up. I think you showed the news clipping.
Comment over here. Maud, Shorty smoked him. And this is a pretty recent post, so you're not gonna see a whole bunch of comments under it right now, but I'm sure the comments are gonna be racking up under this post.
The Crown told jurors they will
A female undercover officer into this whole story.
The victim and the other individual were planning on meeting up that night at the victim's home. The Crown told jurors they will hear from an undercover officer known only as TJ, who befriended Warner in February 2023, and Warner had no idea that she was a police officer. The Crown told the jury TJ got authorization from a judge to wear a wire so she could secretly record conversations with Warner. And in April 2023, while in the car with the accused, this officer recorded Warner telling her mother that she had shot someone in the head. TJ also recorded Warner telling her specific details of the shooting. She also told TJ she wrote a rap about the shooting that she called Brain Dead.
Woo. This is crazy. This is a wild story. From what you could hear right there, the undercover officer
arrested the following day, and a search warrant was...
I don't know, man.
That's dirty work.
The jury heard Warner was arrested the following day, and a search warrant was executed at her home. The jury heard officers found writings about the shooting and lyrics to Brain Dead.
I lied to my lawyer too,
Recordings
y'all.
captured by the undercover officer.
I would have when niggas start telling their lawyers the truth. I be lying them motherfuckers too. No, I ain't do that shit. Fuck that. Fuck what the evidence say.
Are expected to be played in court. Brianna Warner, who was 18 at the time of the deadly shooting, has pleaded not guilty. The trial continues.
And from this wild, twisted case right here, they're going to be playing her lyrics in court.
No, I wasn't in jail. Nope, she wasn't in jail. Let me go to the article. Yeah, this article don't say she was in jail. She say she was in the car. She let this girl infiltrate her. This is what these people do, y'all. It's all about infiltration, man. What the hell? Sign up. She got convicted a couple of days ago. This shit just happened for real. Jury convicts, this was 9 days ago, who told undercover cop friend about how she killed Toronto rapper. All right, so listen to this article. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Warner was found guilty of first-degree murder for shooting 20-year-old Jai Parker Ford in the back of the head in his Scarborough apartment building on December 16, 2022, when she was 18 years old. Brianna told an undercover Toronto police officer that she had fatally shot a man, and the jury on Friday took her word for it. Warner was found guilty of first-degree murder for the shooting of 20-year-old Jai Parker in the back of the head in the Scarborough building on December 16, 2022, when she was 18 years old. Parker Ford, who was also known by his rap name, Avboy SK, died in the hospital 3 days later. The conviction carries an automatic sentence of life in prison with no chance at parole for 25 years. Though there's no guarantee Warner would get parole at the time, if ever. Court resumes November 12th to give Parker Ford's family the opportunity to submit victim impact statements to the judge. Multiple members of Parker Ford's family were in attendance as the verdict was read, with a few loudly whispering yes, while others silently wept inside. His mother declared God is good, and she left the courtroom. Warner's mother, who was also in attendance throughout the trial, stood in the public gallery as the jury convicted her daughter before sitting back down in tears. The central piece of evidence in this case was a set of recordings of conversations between Warner and an undercover officer only known as TJ, who was tasked in February 2023 with befriending Warner after she emerged as a person of interest in the killing. On April 6, 2023, TJ caught on tape a surprise declaration Warner made to her mother during an argument while all three of them were in the car. Just shut up, just shut up, just shut up, Warner can be heard saying in the clip. Mom, listen. Remember when you asked me who shot that guy in the head? I did that. I have anger issues, so leave me the F alone. TJ was then instructed to try to build on that statement. She visited Warner at her home the following day, where Warner told her in the bedroom the name of the victim, when and where the shooting happened, and that she used an ex-boyfriend gun. And she told TJ she had written a rap called Brain Dead about the incident. He didn't die right away, basically. Like he was brain dead when I shot him. Warner told TJ. I seen the hole, and then I started running. Warner was arrested the next day. Her trial was brief as far as the murder go. The jury heard just 3 days of evidence, including testimony from TJ, who was hidden from the public gallery, viewed by a screen. Jurors came back with their verdict after 3 days of deliberation. The trial seemed on the brink of collapse just hours before the verdict, after the jury sent a note to Superior Court Judge Alfred whatever after Friday afternoon saying they were at an impasse and that one juror was holding up everything. During deliberations, the jury is the blocker in our decision, and we found out that he lives in the area. We believe there's a personal matter bias, said the note. We need your support in addressing this matter. Jury to end the trial and accept everything Warner said on tape. It was while the lawyers were still trying to decide how the judge should respond to the jury note that the jury will reach a verdict. Crown's attorney Rob Fried and Perry Rutherford had argued the jury at the end of the trial to accept that everything Warner said on tape was accurate. Breonna Warner murdered John Parker Ford, Fried said in closing arguments to the jury on Tuesday. Don't just take my word for it. She told her mother. She told TJ, her friend. And she wrote about it. Her friend. That's fucked up. Defense lawyer Katie Scott argued that their client had simply concocted a story for validation from a woman she believed to be her new friend. A story that included plenty of details Warner could have just picked up from reporting online messaging boards. You may ask yourself, why would someone confess to something they didn't do, even a murder? Scott told the jury on Tuesday. It is known to happen, and we submit that Breonna Taylor did it here. They called it a friend. That's a lot of fucking reading. God damn. Oh. Yeah, that was crazy. It was one bullet. She also said in a rap called Brain Dead, it was one bullet. That's all I needed. Warner told TJ. I didn't want to waste any. Yeah, but why? But they never specified why she did this. Warner's confession was false, inaccurate, and unreliable. Scott told the jury. For instance, Warner told TJ that Parker Ford didn't make a sound after he was shot, but Parker Ford's brother testified that after being awoken by a bang, he could hear his brother loudly moaning in the apartment building hallway. The police officers on the scene also testified to that effect. Warner also told TJ after she left the scene, she quickly went back to check if Ford had a gun in his pocket. Scott pointed out that the victim's brother did not hear anyone in the house in the hallway, and that first responders had great difficulty lifting Ford's body from his stomach because his weight had shifted after being shot. TJ failed to ask Warner for specifics, Scott said, including on what floor of the apartment building the shooting happened, what Warner and Parker Ford were wearing, how he got shot, and out how she got in and out of the building, and what she did with the gun afterwards. Yeah, but why she do this shit though? What, she was a drill rapper or something? So she was a drill rapper too? There was also circumstantial evidence that the Crown argued placed Warner at the scene and would have been sufficient to convict her. Fried argued that a pair of black pants with white symbols found on Warner's bedroom by police matched the pants being worn by individuals seen on surveillance footage walking alone to Parker's Ford apartment building at Lawrence Avenue East and Orton Park Road around 4:30 a.m. on December 16, 2022. And then seen leaving a few minutes later. Parker Ford is believed to have been shot around 4:40 a.m. So she went there to kill him. And there were Snapchat messages between Parker Ford and another individual about meeting at a building in the hours leading up to this death. The Crown called evidence showing that another person, username Bria23X, and they used her IP address associated with Warner's home address. Or they found the lyrics. The first line of that second document reads SK got his dome pierced and goes on to describe how Parker Ford fell to the ground with his eyes open and was left brain dead. Damn. Fuck, she put she did a motherfucking memorandum. Jesus Christ. That shit crazy. Man, show you threw your whole life away. Want to be a drill rapper. Hey. Yeah, yo, they not provide no background. Like, why did she do this? She just killed him just for nothing, just cause. But he was a op. She showed TJ news articles about the incident and said she had written a rap about it called Brain Dead. It's like she was chasing clout, y'all. Rick, you tripping. It's like she was just chasing clout. Like, cause where's the motive? Like, it gotta be a motive. At least in America, it does. For a situation like this, it's probably just as a random killing. Warner responds, like, do you know what I'm talking about? TJX says on the recording, what was that about? Warner responded that her mother had been talking to her in the car like she was an idiot. And she needed to know, and she needed to shut her down. So she decided to tell her mother about the shooting. something her mother had asked her about shortly after it happened on December 2022. I don't know. She didn't put two and two together. I left that night. She seen me leave that night. Want to continue giggling. And then she asked me in the morning, she was like, you know who did that? And I'm like, I don't know. Warner goes on to say that she and Parker Ford had sex when they were both young. And then she showed TJ a music video of Parker Ford rapping under the name Ad Boy SK. He was talking about shooting people in the head, so I had to do it. Warner says in the recording. You think we can find it? This shit happened in London. Let's see if we can find it. What's Shorty name? Fuck her name was. Brianna Warner. Brianna Warner trial. Brianna. All right, there we go. I don't think they got it, yo. Yeah, they ain't got it. Brianna Warner trial. Yeah, I ain't got it, yo. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Saying to me, killed him for nothing. I mean, he used to he used to talk about headshots, so she wanted I mean, she wanted to give him one. Like I don't know if that's a sufficient motive. You know, saying one of the situations where she talked herself into a criminal indictment. You know, it happens. You know, I hadn't seen it before. Speaking on shit you don't really know about. But who knows? Maybe she did do it. But that's crazy though. They put the police on her like that. Since she was already a suspect. But we about 3 hours in. Y'all appreciate everybody that tapped in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hype the video. If you want to support the platform, Cash App Baltimore Swag. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. And I'm still going through my situation with my shoulder. My shit still fucked up. Y'all know I was in an accident. I ain't even show y'all the video. It's a video of it. I might show y'all probably tomorrow or something. Fucking video of accident in the fucking work truck. That's why I ain't been going live like that, yo. People that be wondering. You know, I typically go live a couple days, couple times a day. My motherfucking shoulder been killing me. Hell yeah, man. I need to do something. But it's another day. Keep it G News, and I'm out.